BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack. Featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
Oh, what's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Oh, welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Thursday. Yeah, April 18th, 2024. I'm all jacked up. This is episode number 778 of Barry on Deck. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. Hey, hello, hi. How are you? If the mic is low, it appears as such, and I don't know why. I never can quite get it the way I want it. And I don't know why that is. It varies from day to day almost, it feels like, and I'm not really sure why that is, to be honest with you. Let me zoom out here a little bit. There we go. Let me get some. I moved my my camera a little bit, so now when I get in closer, it looks weird. Yeah, I moved the camera. It was on a tripod, and then I moved it back to being attached to the desk. Yeah, it was bothering me on the tripod because I would kick it. And it would shake and everything. So yeah, we're back on the desk. But now when I pound on the desk, the shit shakes the camera. And then one day it's gonna fall over. Nonetheless. Welcome to the program, ladies and gentlemen. Busy day today. The final program of the week. Final show of the week, ladies and gentlefish. As my boy Theo M.E. Taylor would say, last show of the week, and I have not one, but two guests for you. That's right. Double your pleasure, double your fun. What? Closer? Ew. Oh, shut up, Alex. Yeah, I have two guests for you today. No guest yesterday, so we're doubling up on it today. Not one, but two guests for you. Oh, I was like, did the YouTubes not start? But it did. I see AJB over there. What's up, boo? I think. Oh, yeah, it started. Okay. What's up, Aaron J. Bryant? Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for being over there. Thank you to the other two people that are currently hanging out on the YouTubes. Appreciate you. And, of course, thank you to everybody else that's joining on Twitch. Two guests today. In the 3 o'clock hour, around 3:15, we're going to be joined by my boy, Apollo Dez is going to be here. What? That's right, folks. Dez from Apollo Media is going to be joining me to hang out and talk some Astros and some MLB. Going to be getting the scoop from him. What's going on with these funky-ass Astros? Going to get his 2 cents. Now and throughout the rest of the baseball season. I have a feeling it's going to be a long season, but we'll get Dez's 2 cents on it, so that'll be good to have Dez in the building now and going forward. So Dez will be here for that, and then joining me in the 4 o'clock hour. Hilarious comedian Brad Gosse going to be here in the 4 o'clock hour. Brad Gosse going to join me on the program. I met Brad on Instagram. It's just a random chance meeting. In fact, I think he followed me, and I followed him back and started watching some of his stuff. And I was like, yo, this dude is hilarious. He does a lot of stuff on Omegle. Do you guys remember Omegle? It was just like this random it's a random chat thing. It's just like, it's like roulette with chat. You just, or I should say a slot machine with chat. You just get like a random, you just get what you get in chat. Someone just shows up and you're just like, hey, what's up? And they're like, what's up? And then you just talk. Well, Brad has used that to his advantage and he records it and it's genius. And so he does like these, he's got these children's books out. They're like 150 and they're super funny. And we'll get into that with him on the show. But yeah, he followed me randomly on Instagram. I followed him back and here we are. He was talking about, he's going to be shooting a Netflix special. He's got another book coming out and he wanted to do a book tour and promote it. And so he was like, I want to be on people's podcasts. And I saw it and I was like, well, come on, fella. Let's do it. And he was like, okay. And here we are. So Brad will be on at 4:00. We'll hang out with Brad until 5. So it'll be fun. Look at Alex Barry sliding into DMs like Watson. No, he followed me. And then I hit him back. This is called networking, Alex. I know you want to turn everything sexual, but it's just called networking. So the way to make it weird, like you do sometimes. But it's whatever. Yeah, no, Alan, we're not. Alan said, are we going to church again? No, we're not going to church again. Wait till you see. I'll have, well, I'm sure he'll have some of the children's books. He'll be able to show us. So just wait. I'll say this about Brad. Just be ready. Just be ready. You're going to be like, holy shit. Just be ready. Okay? That's all I'm going to tell you. Be ready. All right. So we got a lot to get to. Jen said, does he know we're team fuck them kids? Oh, just wait. That's all I'm going to tell you. Just wait. Okay? Just wait and see. So we've got 2 guests today. Of course, I've got some sports for you. Of course, I've got some non-sports for you. Hold on. I downloaded my slides, but I never got to them. I never put them into the damn, software. You know what is funny though, is I've noticed I've started earlier the last 2 days. And I noticed that I think people are shocked. People show up like, wait a minute. It's 2:18. Why is he live already? What is this nonsense and tomfoolery? How is this even possible that the man is live right now? And I'm shocking some folks. We went live at 2:04 today. We went live at 2:01 yesterday. So setting records over here, people. I don't want to brag, but hey, what up, Dre? Good to see you, buddy. So, yeah, we are. And by the way, like we have been doing as of late, we're going to get into any of the stories or topics that I didn't get to earlier in the week. So we will get to those. And hey, I've got a couple of pretty crazy stories. And I even have a video. For you. Actually, 2 videos that I think you're going to either like or be mortified by. So, the real Lisa said, does he write children's books like Brenda's Beaver? You're just going to have to wait and find out, Lisa. You're just going to have to wait and find out. Alan Denson said, Kyle was getting his ass kicked. Don't throw me off like this. What are you talking about, Alan? I don't know what that means. Am I supposed to revolve my schedule around Kyle now? Is that what we're doing? I don't even know why I do this anymore. What am I doing? I could just get a goddamn day job and just not even stress over this anymore. Why am I doing this to myself? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I mean, y'all just want to raid Kyle now and just say, fuck it? Like, what am I doing? Am I revolving my goddamn schedule around Alan and Kyle now? Is that what I'm doing, Alan? I ought to time your ass out, Alan. Swear to God. So yeah, we're going to get to that. That'll be fun. So, I've got tons of stuff, tons of topics that we didn't get through throughout the week, videos and whatnot. I even have what I think might be play of the year in the NBA. What up, Poor Marine? Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for being here, man. So yeah, I've got tons of stuff. So you know what? Without further ado, it's 2:20. Let's not bullshit. Let's get into it. Because I don't want to waste time. Because, oh, what the hell? That was weird. Huh. I'll be damned. Put that on the wrong one. Okay. Better check out that message. You might chuckle. I don't know where that message is, Poor Marine, but I'll check it after the show. All right? Is that cool? Or is it specific for the show? Can I check it after the show, or do I need to check it now? Is it for the show, or is it something after the show? Let me know. Here's your sports headlines for the day. Bad news. First of all, didn't see this coming. I'm not going to lie. Okay, I'll check it after the show. I really thought Eric Spoelstra would have held it down. Now, losing Jimmy Butler, not good. But if I'm being honest, I'm a little disappointed in Eric Spoelstra and these dag-blasted Miami Heat. What are we doing? How do you let that happen? How do you lose by 1 on the road? You're better than that. All right, I didn't even watch the games. If I'm being honest, I'm just rather hanging out with Nora. Playing games kind of, they don't tickle my fancy right now. Not for NBA. I don't know why. I know I'm supposed to be watching these games. I know there's some diehards that are watching these games. It looks like I maybe missed a good game. But 76ers move on. As you see, Bulls and 76ers both move on. And they advance to the next round, which will be on, Friday. Wait a minute. This is weird. Friday, the Heat and the Hawks play. And ESPN has it backwards. They have the Heat and the Bulls playing, which is not accurate. So don't go off of what ESPN says. It's the Heat and the Hawks playing, not the Heat and the Bulls. Because as you know, when you lose, you you have to play again. You don't advance. But 76ers, what's up, Tony? 76ers end up beating the Hawks 105-104 at home. And the Bulls end up just destroying the Hawks. So, no, I'm sorry. The Bulls do play it. I'm a dumbass. What am I talking about? 7-8 seed winner advances. You're right, AJB. My bad. Hawks are out. Bulls advance. I don't know what. You're right. That is correct. Yes, Bulls advance because they're the 9-10. And we just talked about this. Jeez, I got to get my shit together. You're right. Bulls advance. They play the Heat because that was the 9-10 matchup. Yes. All right. So, Bulls and Heat. That'll be Friday. Duh. And the bad news is, by the way, digging that picture of Jimmy Butler. A lot of people forgot or forget that he took that photo on photo day at the start of the season, and that has been his. And don't get mad at me, okay? Hey, what up, Keith Sager? Good to see you, buddy. That's not like I chose that photo. It wasn't like, oh, Barry's being an asshole, and that's the photo he chose of Jimmy Butler. What a dick. He's just trying to make him look bad. Oh, contraire, mon frere. Let me, I was a little bit taken aback. I think this might be the first time this year that I've put Jimmy Butler in a headline. There it is. There's when you go to the profile of Jimmy Butler on ESPN, there it is. That's what I grabbed. I showed you guys how I do the headlines for the show. Alan said he looks like Milli Vanilli. A little bit. So, yeah. And, of course, he gets injured. And so he's not going to play. Blame it on the pain. Yeah, yeah. All right. That was stupid. But he is expected to miss several weeks. So if the Heat beat the Bulls, big if, the Heat beat the Bulls, then no Jimmy Butler, as they would advance to the 8th seed and move into the playoff bracket. So, bad news for the Heat, but they are still alive at least for one more game, okay? And Jimmy Butler looks like 1980s pimp. I mean, I'm just being honest. I had bangs like that once. I'm not lying. I kind of had bangs like that once. Yeah, it's true. I had bangs like that once. I guess like kind of that long. Like I had them like it was my skater dude phase. Like that was, Alan said bad look. Like back in the day though, like when I was a skater dude in junior high, like I had a skater boy phase for like, I don't know, like a year and a half. It was right around, like I transitioned, that's a poor choice of words. I transitioned from a skater dude phase into my, nowadays it would be called emo. Dre said game blouses. Yeah, I transitioned from my skater dude phase into it would be called emo nowadays. But it was like my new wave is what we called it. It was like I went from like listening to like the Dead Kennedys and Black Flag. And it was like a bunch of punk skater music. And then I started listening to more of like The Cure and Depeche Mode. And it was a lot of like some of that, but it was really more of like Wax Track stuff. But still, it was like this new wave thing. And that was, yeah, I had like long bangs that just, I don't even know if I have a picture. My mom, I'm sure, has a picture of my hair looking like that. Yeah. Not the proudest moment in your boy's life. So, Jimmy Butler done skis at least for a couple of weeks. So that sucks for the Heat. I don't even know. Let's look at the oh, why is that so loud? Here is the oh. Here we go. Opening line. Ooh. Yo, that's crazy. I was like, how did that move so fast? Well, duh. That moved so fast because Jimmy Buckets is out. Oh, it's so loud. Mute. Holy shit. Bulls Heat. Or I should say Heat Bulls opened at -6.5. And then they found out Jimmy Butler's going to miss several weeks. And that spread is now -1.5 Heat. And that 1.5 is going to cost you more. They are at home. Bulls are 19-22 on the road. He were 22-19 at home. But that was with Jimmy Butler. So, I don't know. I don't know. We will have to take a gander at it. And, I don't know. We'll have to find out. We'll take a look. There's a other game on Friday that you might be interested in, and that would be the Kings at the Pels. King at the Pels. What is that noise? I don't know what that is. I don't know why all this shit is popping off. Here you go. Kings opened as a 1.5 point dog. And then Zion is out. And now the Kings are a 1.5 point favorite. So injuries not doing these not doing anybody any favors, obviously, especially I say, the Pelicans and the Heat. So yeah, sucks to be them for sure. And Kings now the favorite. Bulls still a dog, but barely. And Jimmy Butler is sad. So there you go. All right, there is your update on the NBA playing games. Oh, Stacey! Stacey, thank you for the 3 bits, sweetie. Cece said, lurk, because I'm helping my brother move, because he's too cheap to get movers. That is not okay. Not okay. You got to get movers, man. I can't remember the last time I moved. I mean, we don't move that much. Nora and I have been together since 1998. When we first started dating, I was living in an apartment, by myself. Cece said, no, it's not. I am tired. Yeah, I know. Got to get movers, man. That's the thing. You got to get movers. You can't be making your family and friends do that. You know what I'm saying? Can't be doing that. Put him on the phone, Cece. I'll have a stern talking to with this fella. I'll have a stern talking to with him. And I'm trying to remember the last time I moved. I think it was back when Nora and I moved in together. That would have been 98. Because when we started dating, and then we moved into, oh, he had to go pick up the kids. Left you doing all the damn work, huh? That's bullshit. Seriously, you should have said, I'll go get him. You're not going to leave me here moving all this shit. Girl, you know what I would have done? I'd have sat down. I'd have been like, cool. Ain't nothing getting moved until you get back. Just FOY-I-ya. Mm-hmm. Oh, you got to go run an errand? Bet. I'm going to sit my ass down and wait for you to get back, partner. I ain't moving shit without you here. Ain't no way, no how. I don't think so. You're not tricking me with that bullshit. I used to do that all, I used to do that with chores. My dad would be like, hey, we got to go do the yard. I'd be like, okay. Let me tell you what, boy, I would come up with the most excuses to do shit. We'd be at work, I'd be like, Dad, I got to go poop. Go inside, just sit on the pot. I ain't doing nothing. Dad, I got a blister. I ain't got no damn blister. Go in. I be making shit up. I ain't doing nothing, man. Don't fall for that, CC. Don't fall for it. What is this on my phone, bro? Get out of here. Go away, stream manager. I don't even know why this is acting like this. Okay. All right. Ooh, it is hot. Oh my gosh. It's so hot in here already. I haven't even done no shots yet. All right, so there you go. There's your update on the NBA play-in games. Anybody even watching? One in the chat if you watched NBA play-in games last night. I mean, I know AJB did. I know Aaron J. Bryant watched some play-in games. Hey, what up, Eric Resendez? Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for being here over on the tubes, over on YouTube, sir. Good to see you. Appreciate you. One in the chat, though. One in the chat if you're watching some... Hey, what's up, Rudy Rod? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Yeah, put a one in the chat. I'm curious to see how many of you are actually at least watched the play-in games. How many of you cared? I'd like to know. I'd like to see. I would be curious. I would like to know who is watching. What's going on here? Let me see something. Sorry. No. Okay. All right. I don't know what's going on. AJB, I knew. Alan, you watched a little bit? Okay, fam. I see you, pimp. I don't know. I have been derelict in my duties of watching sports. I will admit that. Hey, Homer Ash was fair. Thank you for the 100 bits, sir. Much appreciated. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you being here. I have been derelict in my duties of watching sports as much as I should, and I really don't even know why. I don't think it's because I'm burned out per se. I think maybe it's because I was so neglectful of Nora for so long that now I'm making up for lost time. So I'm just like, when this show is over, I do some of my post show stuff, and then it's like, that's it. It's her and me for the rest of the night. And then when she goes to bed, I'm like, man, I don't feel like working no more. So I just go to bed. That's what it's been like. So NBA just does not do much for me. I don't mind it though. That's just it. If I sit down and watch the game, I'll enjoy it. I just haven't been making it a priority, and I probably should and need to. But Jesus, what's up, buddy? Jesus said, "What's up, Barry? The Deckheads, F Twitch, and the bad connection again." Maybe that's why the numbers are down. I don't know. I don't got to figure that out too. It's bad today. It's 22 people. That's terrible at 2:30. I don't know. Is there something going on I'm missing? I really got to turn the numbers off. It's not good for the psyche. It's not good at all. Oh, wow. That's funny. I just read poor Marine's chat message. Oh, that's hilarious. Too funny. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. If you guys figure it out, let me know, because I have no idea. Am I missing something? I think we need to have a heart-to-heart. What am I missing, guys? What am I missing? I need to clean this keyboard. This is gross. That's disgusting. Hey, what's up, Sweetie Poo? It's the strange pre-NHL NBA playoffs post-March Madness time. Sports just isn't that entertaining. Give it a few weeks. It will reel you back in. That could be it. What's up, Justin, by the way? Thank you for being there on the YouTubes. That might be it. That could be it. A chat-only meeting. What does that mean, Donna? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. A chat-only meeting. I don't know what that means. Are you suggesting we have one, or that's what's going on? I don't know what that means. All right. So that was the sports headlines for the day. I didn't put a lot of effort into it. I will tell you this. There wasn't a ton of headlines that were like enthralling, but I will say this. So yesterday, the transfer portal opened, and Jerome, I got to pull it up. Jerome sent me something that was pretty damn hilarious. And he said that, what was that? It was about the transfer portal. Oh, no, he texted it to me. Shit. It was about the transfer portal. And he said, while everybody else is out here, playing. Hold on. Let me retweet it just so I can grab it. Here we go. Retweet. Like the Astros players only meeting. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, right. I probably need to do that. Yeah, I have no idea. So Jerome sent this to me. Where'd it go? Here it is. And this was during the, this was when the transfer portal opened. Okay. And what Jerome said when this dropped yesterday. All right. This was the tweet. This was a tweet from Lane Kiffin. Okay. So you tell me. Transfer portal opens. And this is the video that Lane Kiffin drops on us during the transfer. I mean, Okay. They're all giggling and shit. You can't hear it. But they're giggly and okay. And Jerome had a great line for this. He said, this is what Lane Kiffin drops as soon as the transfer portal opens. Everyone else is out there playing checkers. Lane Kiffin's out here playing chess. Jerome with the line of the week. Oh my God. That's so fantastic. That's a smart man, that Lane Kiffin. That is a smart man, that Lane Kiffin. Hey, you want to get some of the best recruits in the country? Show them that video. Hey, fellas, you want to come play for our school? Why should I? Oh, I don't know. Post. Genius. Genius you, Lane Kiffin. Genius you. Hey, what's up, Chewy? Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you for being here. Dog number one, exactly. So that was Lane just posted and said, oh, man, Juice Kiffin, he loves the sip. Oh, okay. Hey, what up, Ian? Thank you for being here, buddy. So, yeah, Lane Kiffin, super smart on transfer portal day. And I don't know if you've been paying attention, but, you know, transfer portal has obviously changed the landscape of college football. It is now... It has empowered the student athlete, and coaches don't like it. Universities don't like it. And the reason they don't like it is because players have power. Players are not beholden to a commitment. Like, the coaches have never been beholden to their commitment to the players and to the university, right? That was never a thing. Coaches could move on for greener pastures and a better opportunity. The players could never do that. But now that the players can, oh, this is a bad thing. This is not good for college football. Oh, wait, now they can move on and they're making money? Oh, this is the worst. This is so bad. It's amazing how that works, right? It's amazing that all of a sudden, all these things that coaches could do forever, now that student athletes can do it, it's bad for the sport. But this transfer portal has opened up, and all hell is already breaking loose. And because of that, ESPN is reporting, and really, it's not even about being reported. It's just a fact. The fact of the matter is, Dion and the Colorado Buffaloes, well, they're kind of taking it on the chin right now. The Buffs have lost a lot in the transfer portal. And there's an article on ESPN right here. And it talks about it a little bit. And it says, in the wake of 14 Colorado players entering the transfer portal this week, and a lot of them were linemen. It says Buffs coach Deion Sanders downplayed the notion that their departure will have a significant impact on the team. We're good. I trust the recruiting team. I trust our coaches. Please have some faith in me. We're good. We're all right. We're all right. I think we got some good starting caliber players coming in from visits pretty soon. So maybe even this weekend, but we can attract these types of players. I don't think we're losing those types of players. If we do, we're good. We're good. We're making a big deal out of nothing. So it says former five-star cornerback Cormani McClain, who had a tumultuous first season at Colorado, and running back Alton McCaskill, who was the AAC Rookie of the Year in 2021, both announced they were leaving this week. That's not good. You know, I mean, regardless of what Dion says, when you're losing big-time recruits like that, even if their performance hasn't been great, it means there's something wrong. And look, Colorado started off like gangbusters. The big win over TCU, the huge run to start the season, but then they just kind of fell off and disappeared, and it was a struggle down the stretch. And I don't know how much of that has impacted the kid's decisions to move on, and how much of this is it's just not fun to play there, or it's just not what they thought it was going to be. I don't know. But it's a problem right now. It says at least 6 other players who entered the transfer portal this week started at least one game for Colorado when the Buffs won their first 3 games before finishing 4-8. Last place in the Pac-12, which, hey, still, what Deion did, he took one of the worst teams in college football. Number one, he made them relevant, and number 2, he won way more games than anybody expected. So it says that's how stuff happens. Players recruit players, man. We do a wonderful job as the staff, but they got to be validated by players because they play with those players. It says they know somebody that knows somebody. That's how the recruiting thing works, man. For real, it's players. They know who the dogs are and who the cats are. So, I don't know. Deion's, of course, going to downplay it when it looks bad for him and his team. And, of course, if he's getting guys, oh, look at us. Look at us. But that's the game. You want to do that. That's always been Deion's game. When Deion hasn't played well, when Deion hasn't looked good, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. It's just a rough patch. It's just a little thing. It's not a big deal. But when it's going good for him, you're going to hear about it. Oh, you're going to hear about it. So, hey. Eric said that's what happens when payments can't be made. Ooh, could be. Could be. It very well could be. You know what I mean? There might be some promises made, but not promises kept. Maybe these guys were promising some UIL deals that didn't come through for them. That's a good point, Eric. That might be the case. Hell, that might be why a lot of these players are going to be entering the transfer portal. Or maybe they're just seeing greener pastures and more money at other schools. I don't know. We'll see. Don't forget, coming up in about 30 minutes, Apollo Dez going to join me. We're going to get to the bottom of this Astros struggles. I'm going to get his thoughts on what's going on with these godforsaken Astros. And we'll get his thoughts on Joe Espada's comments. I'll tweet about it. I think this is the second time he's used this phrase. But we'll get his thoughts on Joe Espada answering questions about Jose Abreu. We'll find out. I've got questions for Apollo Dez. If you want to ask your questions for Dez about the Astros or baseball in general, go ahead and put hashtag Ask Dez in the chat. That is hashtag Ask Dez in the chat, and I will get your questions answered. Let me see. Oh, I don't have. No, let's see here. I'll make a title. I thought I had one, and I don't. Dagnabbit. I thought I had a... Could I make it any harder? Probably. Maybe if I tried. Here we go. I'll just make this hashtag Ask Dez. Boom. And then we'll put that up there. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, look how pretty. And then, yeah, we'll get that moved up here. That's also pretty. Yeah, there we go. So we'll get that up there, and you can put, actually, we'll put it down there. That looks better. So, yeah, hashtag Ask Dez if you have some, it could be baseball questions or Astros questions. Eric Resendez said, I have listened to a lot of college football podcasts, and that's the talk right now, and also playing time. I could see that. I could definitely see that. Hashtag Ask Dez, does it look like the Astros have no leadership? Okay, very good. I'm going to keep adding those to the queue, so keep them coming. I'll get them in there. Ian said former LSU player Haley heading to TCU. Oh, that's basketball. Okay. I was like, football, basketball? Okay. There we go. So yeah, that'll be I found that to be interesting though, the transfer portal thing with Deion. Pretty big deal, really, when you think about it. Okay. There's some sports for you. Not all the sports I have, though. Oh, where did it go? Dadgummit. Where does Dez work for the Astros? No. Why do you think Dez works for the Astros? Why would you think that, sir? Why, sir, would you think that, sir? Why, sir, would you think that right now? Right now. I need to get a photo of Dez. I need a good photo of Dez. I'm trying to do like a thing where I screwed this up, chat. I wanted to do so I tweeted this out. Well, fuck it, I'll do it later. I wanted to have photos made where I tweet when I have my guests come on, so I could go, hey, I'm about to be joined by Apollo Dez. Come hang out with us. It didn't work. If somebody wants to do it, that'd be awesome. I screwed up and didn't do it. I'll have to start on that next week. That way I don't screw it up. I'm the worst. Yeah, why would you think, Flip, why did you think Dez works for the Astros? Interesting. All right, I have what I believe, ladies and gentlemen, and so I saw this on the gram. I did. I saw it on the old Instagram. Where is Cisco marketing manager? Yeah, Donna, right? Where is my social media manager, Mr. I'll be the social media manager. Well, slacker. Where you at, pimpin'? Why did that do that? That was uncalled for. I saw this on Instagram and I thought, you know what? I want to, I agreed with the sentiment that this was probably the NBA play of the year. So I went ahead and I grabbed it so that we could watch it because it's a beautiful thing. So I wanted to share it with you. I wanted to show it to you. Now, there was supposed to be music behind it, but I'll probably, you know what? I'll play it. I don't give a shit. Go ahead. Give me mute the damn playback. I don't give a shit. This was a beautiful thing. Now, Total Dallas isn't here. I don't give a shit. He would like this clip. But honestly, and if you watch this in slow motion, okay, when you watch it in slow motion, you're like, oh, that's a foul. That's a foul. That's a travel. That's a foul, travel. But ignore all that and just enjoy the beauty that, as somebody said, that was play of the year. That has to be the best play in the NBA all year. I mean, that is a beautiful thing. Let's run that back one more time. That's a damn that. Mark said, bro, I took my earbud out because of that shitty music. Okay. Well, that was aggressively white of you, Mark. That was aggressively white of you. That shitty rap crap. Oh, my God. Is that my dad or is that Mark G in the chat? Can't be my dad. He's dead, so must be Mark G. What would you like? What would you have rather had playing with that? I mean, I didn't put the goddamn music to it. I just downloaded the clip to share with you. Goddamn, this old rap crap bullshit. It's just a goddamn song. Mark wants the Eagles or the Who. Here, Mark, you want me to go find a song for you? Here you go. I'm going to go to Envato, where I have available music. What do you mean, why did it need music? That's what you do. You take a highlight, you put some music to it. It's what people do. Mark wants some Hank Williams Jr. Here you go. I'm going to go to royalty-free music on Envato. Let's see. What can I grab here? I'm going to grab... Oh, let's see. What kind of music would Mark want? They got anything with a fiddle? They got anything with a... Oh, here we go. Hey. They got any... Dueling banjos. That's funny. Oh, that's so funny. Some CCR. Mark wants to play a slowed down basketball highlight. He's like, is that Freedom Rock? Well, fucking turn it up. Mark, I swear to God, that was the oldest white man thing you have ever done. And I love you, bro. That shit was... Why are you going to play a video with music and talk over it? Too much going on. I'll pull a CC unsubscribe. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, bro. You got to do what you got to do, Mark. I love you. Yeah. No, I'm fine with rap. The high-pitched BS hurt my brain. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. Mark only likes one rapper. Snow. Mark wants that old-timey music like, oh, brother, where art thou? I don't even know what that is, Chris. Hey, what's up, Cisco? Good to see you, buddy. I like your new tattoo, by the way. That looks dope. Eagles or Sister Golden Hair? I don't know. Okay, Alan, you lost me on Sister Golden Hair. I don't know what that is. What the hell is that, Alan? Sister Golden Hair? I don't know what that is. Yeah, you lost me big time on that. Do y'all remember Lorna Shore? Oh. Yeah, I remember Lorna Shore. Of course. Yeah, I do. That goddamn weird-ass death metal shit. Yes, I remember that. Yes. Absolutely. It was a 15-second highlight. Oh, God. And we humored you. Lorna Shore, do you know how long I played that raggedy shit? Do you know how many people sat through and suffered through that for however long that was? You couldn't watch a goddamn highlight for 2 playthroughs? There's just no pleasing people anymore. I swear to God. I don't know what to do with y'all. Alan said, I guess I'm old. Alan, you're very old. Very old. Alex Villanueva said, my friend called me right now and said 2 guys from his company showed new Texans helmet. They may be in trouble. Was that really the helmet, though? I don't believe that. I don't believe that was really the helmet. And if it was, I am disappointed. Okay? I am highly disappointed if that was really the helmet. Let me go find it. Because that was at best. Let me see if I can find the link that I saw. It's just a big old H. And everybody's like, oh, you're going to get fired. It's like, I mean, you probably will. But they got to know who you are first. Excuse me. And more, by the way, more posts are coming out about how Robert Kraft really did possibly cost Bill Belichick the Falcons job. Not good. Not good. I'm not seeing the let's see. Texans helmet leak. There we go. Whatever happened to oh no. Oh no. like this better, honestly. That's pretty dope, actually. I don't even know what this is, but I would have taken that for sure. That's pretty clean, actually. I don't know what that is. That's really nice. Really, really nice. I definitely would have liked that as well. I mean, I'm seeing all these like custom helmets that are being made up. This shit don't hurt my feelings at all. How come the Texans can't come up with this stuff? But this thing I saw, this abomination, I didn't like it. Did y'all like the leaked helmet? I'm pulling it up right now. Here we go. Oh, is that as big as it is? That's not what she said. Shut it up. Let's see if I can find a bigger version of it. Here we go. Okay. I'll make a slide so you guys can see it better. I should just keep the slide decks open because I inevitably end up having to make some. Yes or no? I inevitably end up having to make slides for the damn show. Here we go. Number 4. Download. Download. Number 4. So let's see. Do you like? You like, no? Very nice. I like. All right. Here comes the slide. Shouldn't take that long. Easy. All right. Here we go. Tell me what you think. That's number 120. Okay. Got it. I have it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, son of a bitch. What you think? This was the leak. I don't like it. I don't like it. I just I don't like it. I don't know what the star is for. I'm sure there's like some meaning about it, but it's just not doing it for me. It's not. I don't like it. I'm sure some people are gonna like it. That's not for me. I'm not feeling it at all. I'm not feeling it at all. Yeah, not my thing. What you think, chat? You digging it? PB Dub said it looks like a bad tattoo. Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Chris from Sam used to say like the helmet pole in 3, 2. That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea, Chris. New poll. Get on my poll. Do you like the new Texans helmet? If allegedly. Well, we'll just roll with it supposedly if it is. Yes, no. We'll just assume it is for now. All right, go vote. You can't vote on the tubes. Actually, I can put a poll on tubes, can I? Yeah. New poll. Do you like the new Texans helmet? Look at this. There's service with a smile for the tubes. Start the poll. There you go, tubers. You better vote. You better vote, tubers. I'm talking to you, AJB and Jeff Bell and Eric Resendez. Oh, Eric had another Ask Dez. Oh, I got to put that back up. There goes another Ask Dez. Yeah, I'm just not digging it. Donna said no regrets. No regrets. Chris said not a fan, but better than what they had. See, I disagree. I actually would rather go back to that stupid ass bull thing they had than this. This is whack. Yeah, and that too. The old Chris says Chewy said the old English font seems cool in theory. Maybe the color is a bit off. Yeah, that it's just all of it is just Jeff Bell. I think sums it up bestly. Ugh, like it, don't love it. Amos went all woolly bee. Like it, don't love it. Alex said if they open the boxes, it probably is. See, I don't think that's. I really don't know that that's going to be it. I don't know. Chewy said the only leak I like the most was the ones that are not meant to be aired, but can someone a chuckle, for example, the Funimation audio leaks. Don said they can't use that color, can they? They can, they just couldn't use that color scheme, and that's like a darker color than what they were using. Yeah, Donna said it looks too much like the Rangers uni. A little bit. I would agree with that, Donna. It does have a kind of a Rangers uniform-ish feel to it. Jared said just put the numbers on the logo or on the helmet. The logo is trash. It looks like they got a tattoo artist from the Fifth Ward to design it, Mark said. Either that's a toy or that person has very large hands. Looks too, yeah. So it's bad. It's not good. And look, I found this when I was looking for the helmet. Like, I'm just roaming around. I've been roaming around. I was looking down and all I see. Okay, Dez is going to show up and be like, what the fuck is he doing? Is he singing Creed? You damn right I am, Dez. You damn right I am. I should actually move that ass Dez up to the front. What is this? What is this shit? What is this? But check this out. This is fancy. Hold on. I didn't mind this. This was on Reddit. This was on X. See, all of these look to me. Yo, this shit looks way better. I found all these little fancy dancy ones. And I'm like, yes, I'll take all of these. Tell the truth, chat. Tell the truth. These that I'm about to show you, 1,000 times better than this leaked photo. And if you disagree, then you're just wrong. You're just flat out dumb and wrong. Okay? Just so you know. So don't start coming at me, bro, in the chat with all your wrongness and your dumbness. All right? It makes the biscuits. Okay. Go away. There we go. Look, do you like it better here or do you like it better here? Huh? Do you like it better here or do you like it better here? Do you like it better here? Do you like it better here? Do you like it here? Do you like it here? Bro, that's way better. That's just so much better. Even when you stick with the stupid ass bull logo. That's way better. Okay? That's way better. So now, do you like it better here? Hold on. Do you like it better here? Do you like it better here? Do you like it here? Do you like it better here? Dude, that's way better. Give me this. Got the little star. You know, you got the, okay. It's still a bull. Okay. Give me that. I like that. There's nothing wrong with this. I like this way better. It doesn't have that Patriots feel to it. Like, even this still has kind of that Patriots. It's the old logo. So it's got that Patriots kind of vibe, esque feel. But bro, ain't nothing wrong with this. I like the colors. I like the logo. I dig that. So let's go optometrist. Do you like it better here? Do you like it better here? Here or here? One or two? One or two? And then, okay, what is happening? Oh, that's super crazy. Oh well. And then there's this one. I don't hate this either. I mean, it's a little bright. It's a little remember the what was the Thursday remember on Thursdays they used to have, oh, what the hell was it called? They would do certain uniforms on Thursdays. I forget what they were called. Color Rush. Yeah. Jared Taylor said pass on the Color Rush BS. Shut up. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I like that. That's better than this. That's better than this raggedy shit. Tell the truth, Jared Taylor. If you had to choose between this old funky ass looking, bro, you know what this looks like? This looks like if you had, this doesn't even look like Madden. This looks like if you were playing some other football game that didn't have the rights to any of the teams. So you weren't playing the Texans, you were just playing Houston. And then that's the logo they give it. That's it. Jared said, look at my other, what does this say? Can't be that low. That looks like, what? Look at my other one. Pass on the Color Rush. I don't know what that means. Okay. So I like that better than this. I still think this one of those, I like this. That's dope. Good job, Ted. I don't know why that says Hyman Images, but okay. I'm not here to judge. That's dope. And this is my favorite. Yo, that is clean. Okay? That shit. Daddy loved this. Ted put in work on this one. Good job, Ted Hyman. We got to work on the last name, Ted. Maybe just go with Ted H. Just go with Ted H. The Hyman, we got to work on that. But this is dope. Barry proved that people like red, white, and blue. What? What? People love America, bro. People love freedom. Hello? That's clean, though. That's way better than this bullshit. That's ridiculous. That's fly. Dumb, dope. Do you like it better here or here? 1 or 2? A or B? It's like the optometrist. Okay, that was stupid. See, there's just way better options. This is what I don't understand. And then we're going to go, because Apollo Dez just got here, and we're going to start talking some MLB and some Astros baseball, and we can lose our shit on that. But if that was the helmet leak, I'm so mad. They have done so good reforming this team and getting this team back to respectability. They've done everything right. And then they're going to go and blow it with this stupid ass bullshit helmet, like this whack ass H. That's garbage, dude. There's so many creative and talented people, but I don't think that is. I don't think that's it. I think that y'all will be surprised. I don't think that's it. That's probably like a City Connect or some bullshit. I don't think that's it. I personally don't think that's it. That might be like a UFL thing, or I don't know. Dear Lord, please don't let that be the... Thank you. Not even Catholic. Dre said, would you rather have seen Stroud Diggs Tank Dell number of 713 now? Oh, that would have been pretty cool. Wouldn't it be great if we found out this was Cal's submission and they released it early just to let him see what the fans think? I've always heard that every time something gets leaked, they're like, I wonder if they're just testing the waters. They don't do that, you guys. That's not how this works. Like, major corporations that have shit tons of money like the Texans, that's not how they do focus groups, by leaking shit to social media. They actually hire focus groups and they put different things in front of these focus groups and say, which ones do you like the best? That's how you test shit, not just leaking shit to the media. Holy shit, this guy looks professional. Look at this sexy man in the green room. Oh my God. This fancy background, it's all white. All right, guys, it's time. I've been waiting on this for all baseball season. We're going to get to the bottom of this tomfoolery with this team. Holy shit, it's time. Ladies and gentlemen, back again like he never left. I've been waiting on this. I'm so glad to have this man back on this program talking baseball, specifically Astros baseball. You know him, you love him. You consume him. That sounds creepy. You like him. All the Apollo media boys do their thing every single day. Check him out at ApolloHOU.com. He is known affectionately as Apollo Dez. Joining me on the program right now. Dez, what's up, homie? How are you?
What's up, brother man? How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I've been better, but I'm doing good. I can't complain. How about you, man? You enjoying this baseball season?
Oh, man, it's just, I'm glad spring training just ended and, the season starts on the road. That's where I'm at. Unbelievable.
It is tough, man. And that first and foremost, thank you for coming back to the show. It is good to have you back. And before we jump into that, what are your thoughts on this leaked helmet? I mean, I know you saw it.
Yeah. I mean, everyone knows, I was a former Cowboy fan. I'm a fan of the Shield now. I said when they lost to the Packers, I'm done.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan of the NFL Shield, like Rob Lowe, and it kind of looks like that font from the Rangers City Connect, the Peagle, like with the cursive. I don't know. It's like very like Shakespearean. It seems like a overwhelming amount of people online don't like it. But I guess at the end of the day, as long as you have C.J. Stroud in a helmet, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But you're not going to have a lot of style points with this with this set.
I hope they're wrong. I hope that's really not it. And I don't think it is. But
it's just it's weird because like that first leak came with like a warehouse like photo.
Right.
And then this one came obviously from someone just opening boxes. I mean, as long as workers are allowed to have their phones in the warehouse, this stuff's always going to be leaked.
Yeah.
So it has legitimate legs for sure.
Well, that's the thing, but I just can't help but wonder if this isn't like a high school helmet that somebody's just trolling the entire internet. You know what I mean? Like, is this Hastings? Did Hastings get their helmets in and somebody's like, yo, bro, watch this. I'm about to go viral. Got the new Texans helmets in.
Banksy. It's a Houston Banksy just trolling with stuff throughout the year. Instead of art, it's just like helmets and jerseys.
Yes.
That's who it is. That's what we're going to say. Like that Texans free PR right there. Just say there's a new Banksy's here and it's just one of his designs. That's how you pivot.
Dude, that would be hilarious. That would be absolutely hilarious. All right, but by the way, I have this let me fix it here. I have this hashtag for you. Why is this not here we go. Okay, well, I guess you don't want to cooperate, sir. Why, there we go. All right, I put a hashtag up there for you. Hashtag Ask Dez. You got questions about the Astros, Major League Baseball, whatever, just put hashtag Ask Dez in the chat, and I will get those answered for you. We already have a couple, Dez, so yeah, we'll get to those. Oh, wait a minute. I think we will. What's going on with my chat here? It's all locked up. Oh, there we go. Okay, so, Dez, first and foremost, bro, what's wrong with this team? What is, in your opinion, what is your general opinion? What do you make of the slow start? Let's just start there.
Notoriously slow starters. I mean, that's kind of what everyone's been saying, but the team looks flat. Like no juice. I think the only time we saw guys on the front step of the dugout was that Carantini at bat when he came off the bench cold, got a clutch hit. Obviously, the Astros put up 7 that inning, but that hit made it 3-2 or whatever it was. That was the first time I saw like any type of fire. And it's, I don't know, something's off. And you kind of have these spurts throughout the year, and usually it's in August and you're playing like Oakland and the Angels on a West Coast swing and you just want to get home. But to come out of the gates like this, I mean, thank your lucky stars the West has been bad up to this point because you could be in a way bigger hole than I think 4.5. I think the Rangers won today, so 5. It should be like 10. Like you should be in a really, really rough spot. You're one good weekend away from being back in it, and obviously you took 4 or 6 from or 2. you took 2 or 3 at home versus the Rangers, and you split up there.
Mm-hmm.
So you played some good baseball against at least your division team. So you have a soft spot in the schedule coming up. You gotta string W's. You gotta win. The most frustrating thing I think is just the Framber stuff. It's weird. It's fishy. It's something I've been talking about ever since it kind of broke. The no MRI, the top of the elbow. You put your guys in a very tough spot. You called up a lot of young arms. You got guys off their normal routines to miss the Rangers. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
What do you mean? Expand upon that a little bit for those that are maybe not picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah,
give it a few more context clues at least.
I love Framber, and Framber loves Framber. I just find it weird that he's back. No MRI. Obviously, with all the pitching injuries Major League Baseball's had since the adoption of the pitch clock and all the new rules and no sticky stuff and every guy trying to throw 103. You never want to hear that, but it was just kind of weird to me. I don't know. Just people can ask questions and figure that out, but it just seems a little off that he missed the Braves, Rangers, and all of a sudden is going to probably be back for a softer part of the schedule. And hey, it happens in baseball.
Interesting.
It happens in baseball.
Yeah.
And if that's the thing, like, hey, you earned it. Like, pitchers have earned opportunities where they're like, hey, I don't have my stuff. Like, but this early in the season, and you owe a lot of steak dinners in that kangaroo court. That's all I'm saying. You owe a lot of steak dinners.
Man. Yeah, you may have to go to Omaha Steaks and just have a bunch of to people's houses because that's crazy. Who or what do you blame for this slow start? I mean, like if I had you be specific, because we know it's a slow start, we know, but if you had to pinpoint something.
Yeah, I think it falls on the bats not named Yordan Alvarez and Jose Altuve. I think the other 7, what this team we've always said, especially going into this year, like this lineup's going to be deep. Obviously, Yanier's going to be starting pretty much every game. You do have the hole at first base. We kind of knew going in, but obviously you saw such a good October and September for him. Abreu, you'd hope that it'd come out of it. But Bregman and Tucker need to be playing at MVP type level. And they will. They'll get to it. They're hitting the ball hard. Like, I think that to start off that Yankee series, Breg's had like 6 balls at 106 or whatever it was miles an hour that were just outs. And if you go and look at the data and you go look at these games, and I've been going to the Baseball Savant, baseball just finds its way. The 102 mile per hour ground balls are finding grass for other teams, and they're finding gloves for the Astros right now. And that's just baseball. That happens. It's just kind of all compounding right now. So I kind of lean on the offense, and then obviously the big 3. Abreu obviously had the suspension, had a big blow-up start, but he's came back pretty strong. Ryan Presley just seems lost right now. It seems dissociated. A lot of guys on the team look dissociated. Hader, I mean, he's only really had 2 save opportunities, and he bungled one of those. But it's just the little things. I think Hader, on one of the last Hader, when he gave like those 5 hits in a row, was it the Braves game?
Yeah.
I think it was the Braves. Yanier Diaz gets eaten up on a 2-seamer, gets off his glove, runner on first base goes to second. Next guy hits a base hit right up the middle. Well, if you don't get handcuffed on that, it's a ground ball double play because Jeremy Pena was a double play depth. The guy moves to second base. He shifts into the hole to cover the 5 hole. All of a sudden, that guy hits it where he's not exactly where he was. He'd be out of the inning. So it's little things like that just keep compounding, and it just feels like Murphy's Law right now. It really does.
Yeah, that's a really good point. How much, you're hearing rumblings, and I keep hearing rumblings about, and I mean, me personally, I think it's silly to even throw out Joe Espada's name or to try to put any blame on Joe Espada at this point. Do you? Are you pinning any of this on Joe Espada? at this point?
No, I'm not. I think there's been times where there's been questionable decisions, and I'm just like using Hater in a where you're chasing runs, and then you
That
couldn't use
first
him the
series,
next
the
night.
Yankee
And yeah,
series, I was like, why is he coming in these games? Yeah, I would agree with that. Sorry. Go ahead.
and I know you have the new fancy $95 million toy, like you want to use it. Like I understand that, but uh, that was a little weird. I think the lineups have been good. I know the conversation with Jose Abreu and everything, and we just actually dropped a new shirt playing on the party line of the back of the baseball card. But I think Joe Espada's shown you. I think he's shown you with pitch hitting for Jose Abreu in late high leverage spots or dropping him down all the way to the 8 hole. He kind of has already shown you where Jose Abreu stands in Joe Espada's eyes. So I know he kind of has to just toe the party line. He's a seasoned vet. Like you've got to play that game of baseball, the respect side of it. But I'm about wins, and so at this point, like you gotta do stuff that I don't know if it's Carantini over there. I don't know if it's Diaz over there. I don't know if it's Singleton getting more starts. I mean, the last 5, 6, 7 at bats, Singleton's had some pretty good at bats. So at the end of the day, it's about wins, and so he just gotta. I don't know a decision where I was like, okay, whether a pinch hit here, a pinch hit there, or a guy going in. I'm like, it's kind of just been on the guys, not really much on Espada. And the guys look disassociated. I mean, I don't know. Everyone in chat can kind of give their opinion too, because I don't know if I'm just viewing it in a negative lens, but it just feels like the vibes are off right now. And I mean, the season's not over in April, and you can't lose a World Series in April, but start hurting your chances here once you get in May.
Well, and we have some good questions. I'm going to get to those, but real quick, what I'm going to get to is what you just mentioned about y'all have a new shirt coming out about back of the baseball card. So let me run that video and show what you're referencing, and then we can discuss a little bit about that, get your thoughts on it, and I'll give you some of my thoughts. But this is what Dez was talking about as far as that back of the baseball card comment. Here's what he's talking about.
Are there things you're seeing, maybe not in game or in game with Abreu, that gives you confidence that he can pull out of this offensively?
History, the back of his baseball card. He can do it.
Yeah, so if you missed it, the question was, is there anything in Abreu's history that says he can pull out of this? And obviously Espada's answer was history, the back of the baseball card. And true enough, if you go to Baseball Reference and you look statistically at his splits throughout his career overall, from April to August, his numbers get progressively better as the months go on. But those numbers aren't 078 averages and 227 OPSs either, right? Yeah. That is a significant decline. I mean, this is not a slow, decline in skill sets. This is a falling off of a cliff decline. And he did this last year. He was bad and it was bad last year, and he never recovered, And I mean, he was a negative war. Oh, hey, Brad, come back at 4, brother. I have a guest on until 3:45.
Pop me right in. Sorry.
Come back at 4, brother. Yeah, no worries. Come back in at 4. All good. Yeah. So we're going to get Apollo Dez back on. Let me tell Dez to pop back in here. That was Brad. Let me tell Dez. Come back on. Yep, Brad. That's Brad Gosse. He's gonna join us at 4:00. We're gonna get Dez back on. Because I still want to get to Dez's questions. But yeah, this decline from there we go. I heard him popping back in. There we go. This is what happens when you have guests back to back. One comes in and it kicks the other one out. But yeah, this decline, I mean, this was just absolutely off of a cliff. You know what I'm saying? So what do you make of that? I mean, this is not the first time he said this already this year, by the way. Are you buying what he's selling on this?
No, I mean, he's getting blown away by 88, 91. And you could tell the entire game plan is we're just going to go up and in with heat. And if you go look at the spray chart, everything's to the right side. That means he's getting late with his barrel to the ball, and that's the only way that ball can go. So it's tough. I mean, Obviously, it's kind of the sunk cost fallacy, this economics 101 class right here, and just going to have to eat it. And 19.5 million this year, 19.5 next. Is there a role for Jose Abreu on this team? 100%. It may just be mentoring the next wave of Joey Luperfido and teaching him. And the one thing that's kind of upset me, I don't think the play last night in the 8th inning was on Jose Abreu at all. That ball was hit at 100 miles an hour. It had the most wicked side spin I've ever seen. Got eaten up, run scores. Obviously, people are already angry with all the pitchforks about the offense production and leading into the defensive side.
Well, and he's not a great defender anyways. Let's be real.
Yeah.
And
I think the one thing that really upset me, though, was the night before on the Pena error, and he tried to make a longer stride off the bag. He gets away, ball gets away, runners score, and then the wheels come off and the circus music starts playing.
Yeah. Yeah, and look, it's been a noticeable decline defensively at that position since Yuli left. Astros fans have been spoiled with with Yuli at first base. Did we lose Dez again? Looks like it froze up there. Astros fans have been spoiled with Abreu. I mean, with Yuli at first base. Yeah, sorry. So I texted him again. That's what the back end of a 10-year contract looks like. Yeah, the dude's old, right? Dude's old. So, but yeah, I think we got spoiled as fans watching Yuli play. Because remember, Yuli was a third baseman. Yuli was a damn good third baseman defensively. Well, he was a good third baseman who became a damn good first baseman defensively. And it's kind of the same thing with Bagwell. You had a third baseman who could handle a hot corner. You put him at first, and he's got the glove to be able to handle that. He just doesn't have to make the throws. And so that you got spoiled. And now you got a guy who doesn't even have good defense and is declining with his bat, and it just becomes a nightmare situation for the Astros. So hopefully Dez, yeah, it got booted again. Hopping back in. Oh, okay. So Dez is going to hop back in. I'm going to tell him we'll do the questions and then bounce. Yeah, so he said he's going to join back in. I guess his internet froze up. It's not mine. We're still live. There we go. Yeah, we're still live. So yeah, I think that's what it is. So let's get your questions in for Dez. Welcome back, Dez. I guess you're.
So man, I just got booted. I don't know
yeah,
what
I was gonna say it wasn't mine because I'm still streaming. So, all right. So let's get these questions in from the chat, and then I know you guys shit to do. So Eric Resendez had a couple, and then Dr. Dre on 290 had a couple. Eric's first question was, does it look like the Astros have no leadership right now? Really good question.
Yeah, I mean, in the sense of that, I think they had more gaps to fill that we realize. Obviously, the Maldi conversation and throughout the year they talked about his leadership, and I know firsthand that is a huge void to fill. I think another one was Hector Neris. I think what Neris did with a lot of the Latin pitchers. I mean, this is the guy who took every Latin pitcher in the organization to dinner in spring training every single year he was on the Astros, and then after he was a free agent and still hasn't signed, it was going to come back. Obviously, he went to the Cubs. He went down to the academies and took everyone out. Like that type of leadership and that kind of it's a big gap to fill. And then Dusty Baker. And look, I know the it's almost a split conversation, and I think he's the greatest Houston Astros manager. Obviously, last year it felt like it was hell or high water, and there's a lot of conversation with that, but what he's been able to do, but when he steps out and leaves, that's a big gap to fill as well. And that's just from the top. And look, the one thing that Dusty Baker can do well, and I have it firsthand. I went to dinner with him. We went to this place, and it was like watching Frank Sinatra in Vegas. Like, he knew everyone, and he was talking with everyone and shaking hands and kissing babies. And I asked him, Dusty, do you go here often? And he's like, this is the first time I've been in this restaurant. And I was like, oh my God, I get it. And so you have that type of variable, that type of thing that's not calculated, because the one thing Dusty Baker does great and no one realized, he protects his guys. And he does it great with the media. Oh, I'm going to tell a story about, this high five when all the questions are like, hey, why is Jose Altuve struggling? And he's like, oh, remember that time he's like the king of diversions with cool stories. And the media eats it up. In reality, he's protecting his guys. He's not throwing them under the bus. Yes, He's been able to have hard conversations, and Dusty Baker's been able to do that. But if you go back and look over the course of when he was here, all those stories was just him protecting his players, getting the media off, the scent. So, like, for lack of better words, that's what he's the best at. And so I think when you have that up top, the Maldi thing, the Neris thing, you're going to figure it out. And it's a young team, and they're going to figure it out. It's just going to take a little longer.
I brought Maldi up yesterday, and I thought, and I said as much. The one thing I don't think people are talking about, because I've been harping on the injuries to the rotation, which just has a domino effect into the bullpen. And you've got 100%. A bunch of guys up in your rotation that aren't going to be here long term, which is causing stress on your bullpen. And it just, when Verlander and Frommer are here, and McCullers and or Urquidy and Garcia, like, all of that is just. All that's going to be found money but come July, right? I mean, you literally have a World Series rotation on your IL.
Yeah, it's wild.
I mean, literally.
It's wild.
So, but think about this, and I brought this up, and then we went and looked at it as a show yesterday. Bro, the White Sox are the worst team in the AL. I mean, by far, the worst team in the AL. Their pitching staff has a lower ERA right now than the Astros. They have a 4.65 ERA. Guess who's starting catcher? Maldi. In fact, what's crazy is the White Sox have Maldi, Stassi, and
Lee.
Yes. I was like, they just got all the Astros catchers. But I think that says something. As much as people wanted to bitch about Maldi's bat, yeah, I mean, there's something to be said. How would he? I mean, and it's not really a question. It's a rhetorical. But how would Maldi be handling this situation right now? I'm not saying that the Astros would have a winning record, but I'm saying that there might be instances where Maldi would be handling things quite a bit different than Diaz because of his experience. That's it. All right, let's get to some of these other questions. Dr. Dre on 290 said, as Dez, are you still of the opinion that the Astros do not re-sign Fromber?
I think Framber's moved before arbitration 3 of next year. I think
interesting.
Yeah.
And why do you say that?
He'll be 32, 33 when he comes into free agency. If you can get any value, obviously a team that comes to mind is, you call up, if I'm Dane, I'm calling up his former employer. I'm like, hey, Max Fried's leaving. You need a lefty. You have a really good team. I need some prospects. I know those guys. I drafted those guys. I found those guys. Here's a rental for a year. Let me rebolster, reset a little bit, and move forward. That's what I would do.
Got any young first baseman over there?
Yeah, you got a couple of those. Oh, jeez. Can you give me one of those superstars on a 10-year contract for $10 that you guys have over there?
Yeah, exactly.
So I just think there's a lot of value, and his price tag's gonna be really high for that last arbitration year, and good for Framber. He's gonna put up a good, solid year. That means we're probably in a spot that we have another parade downtown potentially. So. Yeah. I don't think he's going to be a Houston Astro. If that's the decision, they're like, hey, we're not going to re-sign him, and let's try to get some trade value out of it.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, 2 more questions, and then I'll cut you loose. Hashtag Ask Dez, are we finally getting real Astros fans back and not these bandwagon fans once that hate you when you make a comment against the Astros?
Oh, I love it. I can't. Yeah, the real. It's about the fan. It's the year of the real fan. Yeah. I truly believe that. There's no more River Oaks. It's no more Memorial. We're section 400 up there. We're coming down to section 100 and 200. It's coming. I'm pumped.
Oh yeah, I said as much, man. Put Ben Taub and the rest of the medical district on notice, because there's about to be a lot of sprained ankles and injured legs from everybody jumping off this bandwagon. Because it's coming, baby! I can't wait. It's coming. All right, last question.
It could be next week with the Texans draft. We could see it by early next week, by next homestand. We're getting $20 tickets, baby. We're getting $20 dugout tickets.
Bring it back. Let's go. All right, last one. Is Dana Brown handcuffed by Jim Crane and company's decisions? It's a good question.
It sure feels like he's trying to build a plane as he's falling out of the sky, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does.
And that's a tough spot. I mean, like, he's got to answer for a guy that he didn't give this contract to. He's got to do, the sins of Baggy and Co. And so I think he's handled it great. I think the only thing Dana Brown hasn't done well is his poker face. I think when he goes on 790 every week, he's the most straightforward guy in the history of mankind, and he will tell you exactly what's happening. So, it does feel a little handcuffed, but I don't think he'll ever admit to that. That guy's he's a grinder, a baller. Like, he's going to figure out a way, and I think that's part of the Astros way. The people that are in charge, find a way to make it happen. And that's are we on the USS Titanic right now? Maybe but you know what? I'm gonna have some champagne and caviar on this way down. The water may be cold, but I'm gonna enjoy it. Like,
I mean, think about this.
We're spoiled.
If this is the beginning of the end, okay. If you would have told me in 2014 as an Astros fan, hey, get ready, because next year this team is going to make the playoffs, and then guess what? Starting the following year in 2017, you guys are about to be on a magical run as a fan base where your team is going to at least make the ALCS for the next 7 years. And then after that, you're just going to be struggle bus. I've been like, yes, please. Oh, and by the way, we'll mix in 2 World Series. Yes, please. I'll take that. Of course. So, yeah, I got no problems with going back to the middle of the pack for a couple of years and retooling and trying to get back to it. That's
it. And with this new, everyone gets in the playoffs. Hell, it may take 82 wins.
Yeah.
Who cares? I don't put that on the back of your baseball card. I don't care about 102 wins. What 19 team had 107 wins and they couldn't win the whole damn thing. Exactly. It'd be very poetic. It'd be very poetic that like 83 win Astros team wins the World Series.
Oh my god!
Because you know what? When October comes and this team is in, no one wants to play this team.
Nope.
The boogeyman enters. Like, you do not want to play this team, and it still strikes fear. They could be 81-81, get in with on the last day as a wild card. Teams are like, man, I don't know if I want to play those guys.
You don't want to face.
I don't know if I want to face
Altuve. You don't want to face Verlander. You don't want to face Hader. Yep, you're like, oh shit, here we go. Yeah. You don't want to face Jordan or Tucker. Like, yeah, you're right. All you got to do is get in. You ain't got to be. You ain't got to.
Doesn't have to be sexy.
Nope, just get in. Well, I was gonna ask you about Bagwell and is he the cause and why this team sucks, but we'll get to that next week. Hey, dude, it's good to have you back, man. Thank you for doing this. Tell the people where they can find you, where they can get this new shirt, and how they can keep up with you and everything that's going on with Apollo Media. Yeah,
appreciate it. Follow me at Apollo Does One, at Apollo HOU on all socials. We just dropped the shirt over there, and I'm happy to be back. Last time I was on, we won the World Series, so we might as well pick the future bet on the Astros to win the World Series now.
Let's do it. Hell yeah. That's Daz from Apollo Media. Hey, brother, I appreciate you. We'll talk to you next week. All right. There it is. Like you said, hey, last time he was doing this with Barry on Deck, we got to celebrate as a city a World Series. So let's do it. Let's get after it. Always good to have Dez in talking Astros baseball. Good to get his insight indeed. And don't forget, coming up in about 15 minutes, as you saw, my dude Brad Gosse going to join me to finish out the hour and the show and the week. Going to get that in as well. That's going to be fun. You do not want to miss the interview with Brad Gosse. This dude is insanely funny. You're going to enjoy this interview, I promise. It's a hell of a way to finish out the week. Real quick, I do want to say, hey, thanks to my boy Dubs and to Donna, both of them for their Thankful Thursdays. Hold on, what the hell? And to Sylvia, and to Cece, and to Jen. Oh my God, I didn't check my phone. Dubs, thank you for the $7 tax deduction Thankful Thursday. Donna, thank you for the $10 Happy Thankful Thursday. Jen, you work here. Drives me insane, but thank you for the Thankful Thursday. I love you, sweetie. I appreciate your $5 Thankful Thursday. CC said, sorry, I forgot. I'm tired, B. # personal. Thank you for the $5 Thankful Thursday, CC. You got to stop moving, girl. And Sylvia, sweetie, thank you for the $5 Happy BOD Thankful Thursday. You're the best. I appreciate you guys. Y'all are the best. Thank you for continuing to support and keep this show going and on air. I can't do this show without you guys' support. So it is always appreciated. Your bits, your Patreon memberships, your subscriptions to the channel, your Thankful Thursdays. This is how we keep this show going because, the reason this show exists, the man got to decide that the usual suspects would be no more. So now the people get to decide that this show keeps rolling. So I appreciate you guys continuing to do that. All right. Was this no deductions in CC's Thankful Thursdays this week? No. She gave the full amount. He said the Rangers handled their minor leaguers with small towels for more grip. Trey, you're such a dick. Dre, that's so funny, dude. Chris from Sam Houston said, boo, Bagwell should be the city's mantra. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll get into the Bagwell thing with Dez next week. For sure. Let's see. That's what the back end of a 10-year contract looks like. Oh, yeah, that's for sure, Alex. All right, let's do this. I got one thing. Man, we got so much that we did not get to. Just real quick. I didn't even get to the 10 best signature shoes out yet. But I just got to know, would you guys rock these or stock these? And if you don't know what that means, that is clearly a, if you got to be a sneakerhead, and what that means is, would you wear these out or do you just stash them so that they go up in value? In case you didn't hear, in case you didn't know, Pringles has hooked up with Crocs and they have combined forces and they now have a new shoe out. But not just one shoe. Nay, I say. They have several shoes out, including some slides. Oh, what? Would I wear some Pringles Crocs? Yes, I would. Yes, I would rock these. Bro, with a mustache on them? Fuck yeah, I'm rocking these. All day. Every day. Mark said, what is on my screen? Excuse me? Those are the Pringles Crocs. That's what those are. That is a collaboration between Crocs and Pringles. Yes, Dre, with the mustache. Can you believe it? Pringles, Crocs, slides with a mustache. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. I would wear these in a heartbeat. Now, the boots, I'm not so sure about. I'm not so sure about the boots, but I do like the fact that the pouch, it does have a nice little pouch to keep your chips in. That's what the pouch is for. That is nice. There's nothing wrong with having a little ankle pouch to carry your chips around it. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. It's a nice little place to keep your snacks. I mean, you don't get these chins without snacks. Dave, PB Dub said, so Pringles Crocs, but no Whataburger Jordans? Yes, Dubs. That's what I'm saying. Would I wear Pringles Crocs? Yes, I would. Would I wear Whataburger Jordans? No, that's ridiculous. What a dumb idea. Pringles Crocs, genius. Whataburger Jordans, stupid. Call them Crockles. That's funny. Call them Pringlocks. I thought that might be to hold your ankle monitor. Chris from San Houston said, worst take ever, Barry. You know what, Chris? Hey, Mark G, congratulations. You no longer have the stupidest chat today with your little crybaby. I hate this music. You're off the hook. Chris from Sam Houston is the new dumbass in the chat now. Worst take ever, my ass. Kiss my ass. Not the worst take ever. Are you kidding me? What are you talking about? This is way better than some Whataburger Jordans, bro. Them Whataburger Jordans, they ruin everything. Nobody wants, no. You know, Jordans are just, there's some things you don't mess with. Jordans are one of them. Crocs, no one gives a shit. I don't care. Put Pringles on there. Make some goddamn Cheetos Crocs. I don't give a shit. I don't care, okay? Hey, what's up? Bancatorial Migalori, my Span K, SBN, oh, fuck. I don't know. Hey, what's up, SB? Is Warrior Dynasty finally over? Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. Welcome to the show, by the way. First time chatter. Hit that follow button. Don't forget. Yes, talked about it yesterday. Kind of feel like it is. Clay and Draymond are old. Steph is older, 2 years older than both of them. Clay's washed. Draymond's a head case. Steph can still play, but I think... He did it! He followed! Look at that! We go together now. Okay, maybe not. Appreciate the follow, buddy. Yes, I said as much yesterday. I think the dynasty's done. Out of here. It's an Italian name. Hard to read it in English. Very hard. What say you? You think they're done? You think that's still a dynasty? Did you see Clay's numbers? Draymond's still crazy. Mark said, I want to burn all three with fire. Shut up, Mark. Where's mine's for Raptors talk so I don't have to see this shit anymore? What are you talking about? See what? These badass Pringles Crocs? Get out of here. All right, well, that's the Pringles Crocs. It's almost 3:55, which means I got to take a break. Hey, SB, we've been rolling for 2 hours, bro. You done showed up with 5 minutes left to go for our first break of the show. We got an hour left. I'm about to be joined by Brad Gosse. He's a comedian. You're going to love him. It's going to be a hilarious hour coming up. We're going to switch to a little non-sports, but it's going to be fun, so stick around for that. SB said, I hope they're done. They're all washed except Steph. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. If you're Klay Thompson and you're losing last 5 minute stuff, yeah, Wiggins got some game. Yeah, well, CP3 does it. But yeah, if Klay Thompson was losing important minutes to Wiggins, he's washed. So definitely agree. Yo, Josh! 713 Hooligans, sir. My guy. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, homie. Love you, buddy. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Happy, I was going to say happy Friday because it's my Friday. Happy Thursday to you. SB said, okay, I'm not going to stay that long because it's almost 11 in Italy. What? Don't be a sissy. I'm just kidding with you, man. Appreciate you popping in, though. Much appreciated. All right, we're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back from the break, I'm going to be joined by Brad Gosse. You don't want to miss it. This dude is hilarious. This man has written over 150 children's books. And I will, let me see here. Let's see. Over 150 children's books. Oh, I don't know. Maybe you might like My Big Black Hawk. Or My Cunt Smells Like Fish. And I know what you're thinking. What? What? Did he just say what I think he said? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I said, my cunt smells like fish. And you were like, what did he say? And I said, Mike Hunt smells like fish. This is a children's book. Get your mind out of the gutter, you disgusting person, you. So yes, Brad Gosse has a ton of children's books, and we're going to get to it. There you go. My Big Black Hawk. My Big Black Hawk. Can't wait. SP said my daughter loves these books. Yes. Brad Gosse is going to join me after the break, folks. Stick around. We're going to have a good time. He's got a Netflix special he's about to be shooting. We're going to get into that. He does Omegle, and those are hilarious. We're going to find out about that, get to know him. All that and more right after the break. What I want you to do while we take this quick, short little break, couple of minutes, I need you to sit on the corner and do some dope. That's right. Sit on the corner, do some dope with me, and then we'll be back in a couple of minutes with Brad Gosse. Don't go anywhere. This is Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Stick around, bitches. I'll be right back.
I got your bitch. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. They are to be ashamed. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Corner doing dope. 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 Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Corner doing dope. 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 Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch.
Hey, welcome back to the final hour of Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for sticking around through the break. Those of you that did, those of you that didn't, go have sex with yourself. Why would you leave? Why would you leave? I don't understand, because this hour is about to get litty, as the kids say. I don't think they say that anymore. I don't think that's a thing. What do I know? I would wear Pringles Crocs. Apparently, I don't know shit, but that's okay. Joining me now, I'm excited about this. What's it say? Can you read? Oh, yeah. Well, I'm gonna let the guy that wrote the books read it. All right, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna let the man himself do that. I'm not. Are you crazy? Hold on. I'm gonna fix. Let's see here. There we go. Yeah. I'm making him sexy. Hold on, fixing the camera a little bit. Oh, you good-looking man, you. Oh yeah. All right. There we go. Now, joining me on the program, ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited about this. He's going to be filming a Netflix special coming up soon. He's got a book coming out soon. He's going to be going on a book tour, which is why he's here, along with the fact that we became best friends on Instagram. Well, okay. Yeah, we became acquaintances on Instagram. And dude, I've been keeping up with what he does. And this dude is absolutely hilarious. And I'm super looking forward to this interview. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the program, Mr. Brad Gosse, everybody. Brad Gosse.
What's up, Barry?
Brad, am I saying that right? Because I don't know, with the
Yeah, you
silent
nailed it.
E in there, that's very Canadian.
You nailed it. Most people call me Goose. So,
well,
congratulations.
see there? Not fucking around, dude. I don't know.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
E, I'm very terrible with pronunciation. So I was like, oh shit, is this E? It's gonna throw me off.
No, you nailed it. You're good.
Perfect. By the way, loving the mic and the whole setup. Did I say, by the way, it's Omegle, right? That's what you do a lot of the videos on when you do the chat stuff. Is it Omegle?
It used to be Omegle, but they shut down because they got too many lawsuits for matching people with predators.
Oh, no shit.
Which, I guess if that were the case, they should probably shut down Central Park, but whatever.
Is that the truth?
So there's some new websites that I use that are similar to Omegle that allow me to have like a Zoom call with strangers. And so it's, there's still places. There's still
Right.
dark places on the internet, thankfully.
So what is it now if it's not Omegle?
There's a website called OME TV.
Okay.
And there's another one called Monkey App. I apologize. I'm kind of losing my voice. I'm getting over bronchitis, but I took
shit.
all the drugs. I took all the drugs. So,
Nice. Are you standing up too, by the way?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm a professional.
All right. Well, fuck you too,
Yep.
Brad. I can
Yeah.
do this shit. I'm not.
Go for it.
Yeah, you're not gonna intimidate me on my show. I'll
Sitting
tell
is
you
the
that.
new smoking, Barry. Sitting is the new
Is
smoking.
it? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll be damned. We'll do this too. It looks like I
Yep.
have two belly buttons right now, though. That's kind of weird. All right. Well, how long ago did that start? The Omegle thing and the chat.
I did it in 2020, in the middle of the pandemic when everybody's kind of locked down.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is a great way to film reactions to my content and, get people surprised, at what I do. And it just turned out to be that, like, I just tested it one night and it was like the most amazing thing. I was like, I can't believe how well this went. And then it just became a bi-weekly or regular weekly thing that I just did. And I'd stay up for 4 hours at, 2:00 in the morning and just record interactions with, everything from drunks in Australia to, kids that probably shouldn't be in these places and everywhere in between.
That's great, dude. And you've been doing it 4 years now, huh?
Yep.
It just seems like it's just a wealth of content. Like and it's something new every time. So that's got to be even better.
Oh yeah, that's what I love about it. It's always, I get bullied by teenage girls a lot, which is kind of fun. There's nowhere left for them to bully except these dark places, so they come on and they're like, oh, look, let's give it to this guy. And that works for me. I take it.
That's great, dude. Now, a lot of it is you reading the children's books. Tell me about the children's books. You have over 150 now, right?
That's right. Yeah, I have 152 children's books.
Okay. Now, we have somebody in the chat that said their daughter loves your children's books.
Amazing.
Where did that go? Yes, right
How
there.
old is the
SB
daughter? That's my question.
SB, he's from Italy, and he said, my daughter loves these books. It's right there. I just put it on the screen.
I love
and
that
he's
for your
new-
daughter.
He's new to the show. And he was like, oh, I'm sticking around for Brad because my daughter loves his books. Where did the idea come from for the books?
Barry, I have a lot of voices in my head. And so I've learned to channel them into profit.
Smart
and
man.
so it just kind of it was born out of a fever dream, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna throw this at the wall because I'm I just don't really I don't have anything else to do. I don't have any skills. I'm a high school dropout. This is all I got. This is what I know how to do. I know how to upset and entertain at the same time.
It's really genius though, dude, because it's one of those things where, as comics, we, you have those kind of, because a lot of it is kind of tongue in cheek, play on words. I mean, I read a couple before I went to break just to kind of let the chat and the audience know what the kind of the books are. One of them that I read was Mike Hunt. What was it? I've already
I love when people have to enunciate the words properly. Mike Hunt.
Yes.
You got to say it out.
Yes,
You got to spell it out.
Hunt.
Dash. Underscore.
Mike. Pause. Hunt. Yeah. Was it smells like fish because he's a fisherman. But yeah, like it's really a, did you think, I mean, well, first of all, I got to know, do they sell? Because that's the obvious question. Are you really selling any of these? I love the idea of it, and I know as merch at a show, these things are going like hotcakes. It's a genius idea. You don't sell these at shows?
I don't sell them at shows. No.
What the fuck? Man? Why are you not? You don't. That's the first thing I thought of. Was like, yo, this dude's a genius because this shit as merch for a comic is just. Mwah.
I toss them out into the audience. I give them away at shows.
What? And
and I just say they're on Amazon for two reasons. One is I don't want to sit at the merch table, and I don't want to drag somebody with me to every show and have them sit at the merch table. And the last thing I want to see is, last thing I want anybody to see is me sitting at the merch table, giving you that sad eye, like, you going to buy a book or what? I don't want to be that guy. So I feel like, you can get it on Amazon. But to answer your question, yeah, they sell. I mean, I wouldn't do 150 of them if they didn't sell.
Okay.
Mike Hunt, is my best seller.
Is it?
But by far, to the tune of 6-figure copies, like, just unbelievable numbers. Just
are you
amazing.
shitting me? Are you messing
just
with
out of
me
the gate?
right now?
I'm not messing with you. I mean, they have ISBNs. You can look them up on Bookscan. Like, they sell.
That is insane. There's no way, Brad, that I would have ever guessed that you'd be selling 6-figure books. Yeah, at $12 a pop.
Yep.
Bro, that's crazy. First of all, I just want to go back for a second. As a comic, how long have you been doing comedy, Brad?
5 years.
5 years. Okay.
Yep.
First of all, congratulations. You've lapped me. I've been doing this shit 11 years. And you obviously are making way more money than me because I have to sit my sad ass at the merch table and give them the sad look because daddy's got to get gas money and pay bills. So yes, I'm definitely giving them the sad face. This, ladies and gentlemen, is where two people are at in their careers. This is two different spaces. One is going to be filming a Netflix special. And
I'm not doing a Netflix special.
I thought you said you were
no,
doing,
I'm going to Netflix as a joke, as an attendee. But now I'm not doing a special.
When you said you were doing Netflix as a joke, I was like, oh, he's recording. Oh, that's my bad.
Yeah, that's okay. That's by design. It's all about appearances. You know what I'm saying? It's like a Tinder profile. You just gotta gloss over the high level. You know what I mean? and let them fill in the blanks. You know what I'm saying?
That's super smart. Yeah. I'll be
let
at
the
Netflix
bitches fill in the blanks.
What? Yeah, as an attendee in the crowd.
Hold on. Well done. Yeah.
Hey, I ain't even mad at you. That
Mission
worked.
accomplished, Barry. Mission accomplished.
You're here
You know what I'm
now.
saying?
Damn it. Well,
Yeah.
not for long. That was Brad Gosse, everybody. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I was fucking with you.
I get canceled every day, my friend. Every day.
That's nothing new. Dude, some of the videos are hilarious because I just watched the one where you were with the black dude and it was like he's telling you can't say gay. You're like, what are you talking
Oh,
about?
yeah.
That's the G in LGBTQ. He was like, no,
Yeah.
that means good people. You were like, well,
No,
what is
yeah.
that video was hilarious. Y'all have to go. What is your YouTube? What is your YouTube channel?
It's Brad Gosse on all the things.
All the things. All right, so y'all go check out
YouTube, Instagram, TikTok.
all of his socials. It's right there on the screen. I spelled it right too, the E at the end. But yeah, some of the videos, dude, just fantastic.
Thank you.
That one I really enjoyed. That one was super funny. But these books, all right. So I know you have a shitload of them, but do you have a personal favorite that you've done that you're like, I feel like as comics, like I know for me, my favorite joke rarely works. You know what I mean? Like, but my favorite joke never gets the response that I think it deserves or that I would want it to because I love it so much, but I love it so much I'm going to keep doing it. Do you have a book that you love that maybe doesn't sell a lot or maybe you love it? And it does sell a lot?
Sometimes you birth a genius baby and you think it's going to be the thing. And, Mike Hunt being my best-selling book, that was a throwaway. I didn't think that was going to be anything. And it's buying me a house. So, you know what I mean? It's like, you never know what it's going to be. But I think my favorite one is I have a couple favorite ones, like Becky the Throat Goat is one of my favorites.
Okay.
Because I love birthing cartoon characters into the world and like creating a life out of something. So that's one of my favorites. And another one is called Race Wars, and it's about different colored cars.
Dude,
so those are my two favorites.
That is so funny. That's pretty funny because I actually wrote a sketch called Race Wars. I shot it. I got too lazy and never edited it, but it was in the same vein as oh God, what's that nerdy game? I don't know. It's like a card game. What's that? I don't know what that game is.
Magic the Gathering, you're thinking?
Yeah, but it was like with races instead of whatever. So like you could.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I have a card game called Identity War that is basically that.
Shut up.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I wrote a whole sketch. It was like, you won't get a job. And it was like, shut up.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, and I got like a black comic friend of mine and a white comic. That's hilarious. All right, now I think if I did this right, I could get us both on the screen. Here we go. I want to make sure your mic is still working. Yes, it is. So these are some of the books you have. You have 152 now. Now you're about to drop a new one as well, right?
Yeah, I'm doing a Kickstarter. It'll probably be out next week, which is 101 of my best-selling books in a 300-page hardcover compendium. It's called Brad Gosse Bukkake.
Okay, well, first of all, what is a compendium? Don't be coming on here and using big words, Brad. All right, I don't.
That's 3 syllables.
This is not a goddamn thesaurus show. Okay.
Okay. A compendium is a compilation book. It's
okay.
Okay. Well, I'm a high school dropout, so
well,
I mean,
yeah, but you're also an author, so
come at me, bro.
You've also written books. I barely read. Okay.
Let's not call what I do writing. Okay, that's a stretch, Barry.
Well, they're what, 6 pages, 8 pages long?
Most of them are 20 to 30 pages.
Oh,
and then
look at me underestimating.
But it's mostly pictures. You know what I'm saying? Mostly pictures. So some of them are coloring books. But yeah, it's a compilation book. So it's basically you take all the top 101 books and you sort of put them into like a comic panel style. So now it's maybe one book spans 2 to 3 pages. And so you get, 300-page book where the books are sort of condensed for you into smaller comic panels so that you can get it all in one book that's, that doesn't, break your toes if you drop it.
So you don't have to buy 150 of them. You can buy one and get.
Yeah.
So how many you're going to put in there? Did you say
101.
Oh, you're 101. Okay, that's
Yeah,
dude. That's
top
really
sellers.
cool. Yeah. And this is, I'm guessing this is done in order of popularity. So this is
Yeah.
the sort order. So my clit shouldn't be hard to find. Oh, there's Becky the Throat Goat. This was your favorite.
Good old Becky. Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's fourth. There you go. My racist dog only trusts whites. That one's pretty on the nose. There's no guessing on that one. But I like.
Well, there's a twist at the end. There's a twist at the end.
Yes, I saw you reading that one on one of the chats, and I gotta say the twist is really good. Because I saw when you were reading it, I don't remember the race of the guys you were reading to, but they were like, "This is not okay, bro. This is not okay." And at the end, they were like, "Ah, okay, yeah,
Okay.
has there ever been anybody that's like freaked out on you when you were doing these chats and reading these books, where they just lost their shit?
Yeah. I get death threats. I get I had a guy threaten to swat me, which for anybody who doesn't know what swatting is, it's when they call the police and pretend to be you, and they say, I'm in my house and I got a gun to my family, and the SWAT team comes, busting your door down, and I get probably, I would say average, I get a few death threats a day, but they come in waves. So one of my books in particular gets more death threats than all the others combined.
Okay.
So yeah, it's called Mom and Dad's Swinger Party.
Oh,
and
right here.
if you there it is. And if you look, see the reviews. If you go to the reviews on that book, the reviews are poor because most of the reviews are from people who haven't actually read the book. But if you look, look at the outrage. Just look at the outrage.
Intended for adults. Odd choice of humor. Disgusting child grooming.
So these people, right? These are the special people who actually think that I target the children.
Disgusting. Oh, this is great. Absolutely horrible. Not for kids. Whomever. Oh, I like that they dropped a whomever. That's pretty great. Whomever buys this book for children or think this is something children should read, see, know is absolutely despicable. That's hilarious, Brad. I feel like you take a lot of pride, like, in the death threats and these kinds of reviews. It's almost like, yeah, you guys are so stupid.
Yeah.
It's not the pride in it's not like, it's like some comics take pride in edgy humor and getting a groan and not a laugh. And I don't think that's this. I think you take pride almost in outsmarting those people. Like, I know you like getting the laugh, but it's almost like you also like people like that just don't get it.
I love to poke the bear. It's so fun. And because the outrage is so phony and it's so like, and as a comic, sometimes the best thing to do is commit to the bit. So when they come into the comment section and they're like, how dare you? Why would you target children with this filth? And I always respond with things like, but children are the future. And, I lean into the hate as much as possible. But great. It's like, the reality is this: if I was actually targeting children, I'd be broke because they don't have any money. They get sick all the time. They don't have Amazon Prime. They don't have credit cards. They're useless to me. They have no value to me whatsoever, the children.
They're not buying these books.
I don't want your children. I want you.
Yes. What's your dumbass to buy the book?
Yeah. So,
that's funny.
And this is another one of these things, right? You never know when this is going to happen. But what ended up happening was some people reshared me reading the book, and they also reshared, there's a woman on TikTok that read the book, and they put a caption over the top and it said, this book is already in every school library in America. And so the outrage this was on Twitter, of course, where people get freaked out about, the boogeyman all the time. Yeah. The number of people who lost their minds over this book thinking it's actually in the library already is just phenomenal. And what they don't realize is the 1-star reviews actually help sell the books.
Oh, that's the best.
Like, I have the best, the worst kind of 1-star review is one that says verified purchase, and someone's like, this book is too short or it's not funny. The best ones are the outrage ones.
Oh, that's so, because none of them are verified.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
there's-
there might be the odd one, but some people do buy these books by mistake, thinking they're children's books.
Yeah.
But that's also funny too. You know what I
don't
mean? Like
get it.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I would imagine like somebody buys it not getting it. Maybe they, I don't know, didn't read it fast enough or just don't get it at all. But yeah, that's hilarious. So there's definitely, I don't see any verified purchases on here. They're just a bunch of angry people.
Yeah.
What's the point? This is sick, bro. This is fantastic.
It's a masterclass in marketing. You know what I
Trolling.
mean?
This is a
at the end of the
masterclass
day-
in trolling, is what
Yeah.
this is.
It is trolling.
I mean, you're literally trolling people with books and really the title of the book. But it's genius because, I mean, you're selling these books and it's like people said they're buying them and they're reading them and they're having fun with it. And that's the great thing about it is the people that get it and they enjoy it and have fun with it. And the people that don't, everyone that does get it is enjoying the people that don't get it as well as enjoying the book. It's like a win.
Exactly.
It's so smart, dude. Total Dallas in the chat said, I'm for sure getting one for the grandkid. There you go.
Amazing.
Yeah. Chris from Sam Houston in the chat said, I was actually going to buy it for the neighbor kid. There you go. Now you get it. Oh, Total
Love
Dallas
that.
wants to know, is there a scratch and sniff page in the Mike Hunt book?
That would be amazing. I think we need to do a Mike Hunt candle.
There. Oh, now see, there you go. Look at that.
Yeah.
I would buy these books as a baby shower gift.
That actually, I have a whole series called Dead Babies, a series of short life stories that people buy as baby shower gifts, and they come as coloring books as well. So that's an option if you have a baby shower coming up.
What is there one that you've written where you're just like, I shouldn't do this, but like you said, I've got to commit to the bit. So what the hell just happened there? Hold on. So I'm gonna do it regardless, but I probably shouldn't publish this one. But I'm doing it anyways.
Yeah, there's a couple
Is there
of
a
those.
line for you? Because I feel like some of these are like shit, but I don't feel like you have a line.
I don't have a line.
Yeah.
I don't have a line unless it's filled with cocaine. I have a couple that I probably, I probably maybe should have, had a bit of a filter or maybe run it by a couple people, but then, like don't bathe with Uncle Joe, setting boundaries with adults, or my newest
probably
book.
the best one. Like that,
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? That's the best lesson these kids could learn.
Well, that's what I thought was funny is TikTok banned the book, and then I made another video and I said, "Dear TikTok, do you really think you should bathe with Uncle Joe? Is that why you banned the book? Like, I mean, are you telling me that I should write a book called Do Bathe with Uncle Joe?"
Uncle Joe? That's like the best lesson. That's fucking hilarious, dude.
So, I mean,
Oh my god.
even my newest book is pretty bad.
What do I want to know what it is?
Do you want to read it or should I?
I know. Just no, please.
Okay, we're gonna draw the line here. We found the line, Barry.
Please, for the love of
We
God.
found the line.
Yes. Oh, my line was a long time ago, Brad.
Okay.
My line personally was a long time ago.
Okay, we already found your line. We haven't found mine yet.
Dude, some of these, your line is way, dude. Some of these Uncle Jeff's Island, Mom and Dad's Swinger Party. These are Clip Clop, the racist horse cop. I mean, dude, these are fantastic. How do you 150? That's a lot of work, and I can't imagine what the list of the ones where you're like, nah, nope. I'll move this to the bottom, maybe later.
I don't have a no list.
Oh, you don't have a no list.
I don't have a list of no.
You're just like,
I'll
just do
everything
that
gets done. Every idea gets cooked up and produced. That's how I roll.
Now, do you do all the illustrations, or do you have somebody else do that?
I have a couple of sweatshop kids that do the illustrations for me. They work for Nike part-time, and then they draw for me part-time, you know?
Jesus Christ. That's good. They're just making shoes and children's books.
That's right. Making shoes and making dreams.
That's it. We're not camping. Mom and Dad lied. We're homeless. That is a book.
Yep. Never been more relevant than right now, that book. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of foreclosures where I live in Toronto.
Oh, is that where you're at, Toronto? I knew you were in Canada. Toronto, huh?
Yep.
And born and raised?
Yeah. I lived in this area for my whole life.
Okay.
It's really sad.
It's really sad?
Yeah,
No, man.
it's a sad place.
Toronto's a melting pot. What's the comedy scene like?
Comedy scene is it's all over the place. It's getting better.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shows that happen. I've been headlining a lot of clubs here lately, and so I like Toronto for comedy. But it's you don't really like, it's not a launching pad for anything. There's nobody's going to discover you here. You're just going to grind it out. I've met a lot of comics who've been doing it for 20 years that still work at the bank,
Oh, wow.
so that are really funny people. They just, they're just grinding it out.
Yeah. Yeah. I only know 2 comics. Well, I don't even know if one of them is from Toronto. I guess I'm just lumping him in to Toronto because he's from Canada. But I do know Trix is from Toronto. Do you know Trix?
No.
Okay. I guess I think he's from Toronto. Yeah. Trix is from Toronto. He's in Vegas now. And then Greg Morton. But I don't know. He mainly does, works in the US now, but he's not, I guess he doesn't do much up there. He's been around for forever, 20, 25 years or something like that. Total Dallas had a question for you in the chat. Any invites to read at libraries? I'm guessing that's not a...
I do dress in drag once in a while, so why not?
I don't think that's what...
Oh, drag queen story time? You guys don't have that in America?
No, that's not. No, just like do you do book signings?
I do book signings, yeah.
Do you really? Do people show
Yep.
up?
No, it's just me and the table.
Just you. It's like,
Yeah.
Did you open the doors? Did you unlock
anybody?
the doors?
Anybody? I'm still here.
Are we open? Did you guys open the doors yet? Oh, that's hilarious. That's fantastic though, dude. So you have, is there a point where you're not going to write any more books? Or you're like, all right, when I hit 200 it feels pretty lucrative. Like you're like, yeah, I'm just going to keep growing until the money stops.
I'm on the gravy train, my man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to keep I'm just going to keep drinking the gravy.
Is there thoughts of, one of these could be a series, or like, is there the thoughts of turning this into some kind of like, I guess I don't know I don't know how I'm trying to ask this, but is there a next level to this other than just writing children's books? Is there taking one of them or all of them or the concept of this and turning it into something else?
Yeah,
on TV
absolutely.
Or web TV or something like that?
Absolutely. Yeah, I would love to do an animated series. I would love to do, a Netflix show, Netflix special, as we discussed earlier. It's a question of, we live in a weird climate. And so like every publicist that I've offered to throw money at has said no. Oh, really? Sorry, we work with children's charities, or we work with this group or that group that's going to, fire us if we work with you. I have had multiple conversations with publishing companies where they're like, we can't believe the numbers you're doing. How can we be in the Brad Gosse business? And then at the end of the conversation, they're like, we don't think it's a good fit for us to be in the Brad Gosse business. I can't get a literary agent to respond to my query. I can't. And it's funny. So I just keep self-publishing because I'm killing it and I get more profit that way. Well, that's the thing, right? So, I mean, I hope one day that an animated, series comes along that some TV producer has the balls to work with me. But if not, I just keep chugging along. I mean, I got a successful YouTube channel, successful TikTok, Instagram. I'm on all the things. The books are selling. Everything's going in the right direction, and I would love to leverage up to something bigger. And I'm, I'm a professional. I show up early. I showed up here early. I didn't even know I was hijacking your show when I showed up early.
No, it was great. I should have told you, and that's so I just started doing guests again. And when I first started, so I was in radio for a while, and I had a co-host, and then when I got laid off, I started doing the show, and I always had guests on, but I never had like multiple guests on. It was always I had a guest from 4 to 5, or actually 3 to 4, and then so like this is the first time where I'd have multiple guests on. So I really need to start warning people, hey, I'll have a guest on at 3:15. If you show up early, you might kick them off. So that's on me. That's not on you. That's
but like that. But that's what I mean. Like that's me as a someone who works with people. I'm a pro. I show up early to every show. A lot of comics are late to their shows. I've gotten headliner gigs. Like I was an opener for a long time, and recently started headlining and selling out shows. But that all came from, I was doing a show in Toronto not long ago, and I was supposed to go right before the headliner, and the producer came up to me and he was like, hey, the headliner's not here yet. Can you do more than 10 minutes? And I was like, I could do an hour, bro. Like I got all kinds of material here. And they, a lot of comics, when you ask them if they can do more minutes than they're allocated, they're like, no, I can't do that.
Yeah. Or they'll lie and say yes and not be able to.
Yeah. And bomb hard.
Yes.
And so I went out and I did, 45 minutes, and then the headliner showed up and they're like, okay, we'll give the headliner another 15. And then, I did so well that, I started headlining right after that. It was just like, okay, can you headline next week? Can you headline here? And now it's all headliner gigs, and I'm selling out those events and those shows. But I'm a professional. I show up early. You ask me to do your show, I'm going to be there before it starts. That's how I roll. And so if anybody does want to work with me in that capacity, I will show up. I'll do the work. You'll get more than you expect out of me, because I am committed to my own success. Yeah. So, I do believe that eventually, that will turn into a bigger thing, whatever that looks like. And I'm open to it. But at the end of the day, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because it's working. And if they don't notice me, that's cool too. Like I'm doing okay. So I would love to have something bigger. I would love to have a Netflix special. I'd love to have an animated series, Adult Swim, call your boy. Like, Come on. There's definitely room for a Becky the Throat Goat series, a Clip Clop the Racist Horse Cop series, Buster the Perverted Ghost, a Cinnamon the Horse Forced into the Sex Trade. All of these, characters have a life, and could be a thing.
What if and I'm sure you've thought of this because these are all your babies, right? I mean, I'm not bringing anything new to the party here. We're just hanging out. We just became best friends, 2 weeks ago? I don't even know. You just started following me. I don't even know how you found me, but you followed me, and I was like, oh, fellow comic. I followed you back, and then I just happened to see your post one day where you're like, I want to go on people's shows or podcasts. I was like, well, come on. And that's how this happened. Which, by the way, if you're watching this and you happen to be a comic or whatever, this is why you follow other comics. Yeah. And network. That's what this is literally all about. And don't be afraid to follow a fellow comic and follow them back and chop it up because you end up on somebody's show and you never know what happens.
Exactly.
But, bro, there's got to be And I'm trying to think of the what was it like? I remember as a kid, you would sit down to watch cartoons, and they would have like different superheroes all in one, like 30
Super
minutes.
Friends.
Yes. So instead of having to try to have like Clip Clop, the racist horse cop, as a whole 30-minute show, bro, you got 150 different characters. Well, I know like you did Mike Hunt, like, but that sounded super creepy. You did Mike Hunt like 3 times.
Yeah.
but like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could have literally one show would be like, oh, it's a 10 minutes of Clip Clop, and then there's Becky.
Or they all interact together. You know, they're all in the same sort of.
But there's the characters, and then they have different storylines, and you've got the characters. That I don't see why.
Bro, I even have I've had custom puppets made for the characters. You know, and with another comic from Toronto, Jay Rainville, he and I put together we did two episodes on YouTube, but it just didn't really hit. It was called Brad's Apartment, and it was like I was so I have a Becky the Throat Goat puppet. I have a Clip Clop the racist horse puppet. I have a Cucumber Curtis puppet. You know, most of my characters are puppets as well. And I just don't think that was the right venue, but I feel like a cartoon could be the thing where you put them all together because they worked well together, right? Like, you know, Curtis is anxious because he doesn't want to go to the dark place inside your mom. He's a cucumber. And, you know, Becky the Throat Goat, and like they all kind of work well together. And you know, Clip Clop has been fired from the police force, so he's this like disgraced, you know, former cop. And, you know, they all kind of have they all work well together. So it's kind of like a South Park of animals.
Yes.
And I think there's something there too.
I'm surprised you haven't just done this on your own with animators. Like, have you not tried, or is it just too expensive?
Animation is costly and time consuming I'm a one-man show. Like, you know, I'm a stay-at-home comedian. I'm in my basement. You know what I mean? I do this here at my desk. So to bring in an animation company, you're talking like 10 grand a minute to put anything reasonable out. Even with AI, it's really hard to pull off well. And I don't have the ability to do that myself.
Yeah. And
I don't really want to invest that amount of cash to do it myself. If I was going to do something like that, I'd rather work with a studio where there's some backing, there's some distribution, there's something that they bring to the table,
right,
to make that happen. But I feel like if I do it, like I can do a book a week. I can crank out a new book every week or every 2 weeks. I can crank out, 50 YouTube videos a month or 100 YouTube videos a month. I can make a lot of content or me reading books of my own, or me doing, sometimes I do news commentary, or I'll do, some kind of satire or whatever that might be. I even do food reviews, like oddball food reviews, like where it's just like so inappropriate, but it's funny. And so I do a lot of different things, and to sort of stop that train to work on a really slow burn project doesn't make sense as a one-man show.
Right. Yeah, I do. Your numbers are crazy good. Like, I 380K on YouTube. That's insane, Brad. That's insane. What point did it? I mean, it had to have been, and I wouldn't know, but it had to have been. Was it like a slow and then all of a sudden, or was it just a steady climb, steady march to 380? Was there one particular video? Was there one moment?
I blew up on TikTok first, so I had 1 million followers on TikTok before I reached 100K on YouTube.
Damn,
I have 1.5 million on TikTok, and I think when I got to 100K on YouTube, I got to 200K really fast. I got to 300K really fast, and then getting from 300 to 500 or 1 million has been a bit of a slow burn. But I find it happens in bursts. It's just like you get a couple videos that go viral, and boom, your subscriber count goes through the roof. And then you might even have a couple months where your subscriber count drops. You put out some videos, and people are like, "This dude fell off," you know what I mean? And you're like, "Okay, bye." And then and then you get another burst, and you get more. So, YouTube is probably the least linear. I would say Instagram's the most linear, where it was just like, a couple bursts there, but a much more steady climb. And TikTok was definitely, big bursts.
Now you're still on TikTok?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah,
Not canceled yet.
Your Instagram is 388K. Yep. X is 66K. And your TikTok is where are you at now? Damn, 1.5 million, bro. Those are crazy numbers. Have you even tried to tour at all on these numbers? Like comedy wise?
I toured. I did a bunch of comedy festivals in the U.S. last year, and toured Canada as well. That's been. I mean, I've had a good time doing that. It's lucrative. But again, it's kind of like
translated to ticket sales at all. Have you noticed?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I sell out whenever I do shows here in Canada or in Toronto. I sell out as a headliner. The comedy festivals are a bit different. You don't have to really sell the tickets; they provide the audiences.
Right.
But I did really well at the Burbank Comedy Festival. I did Omaha Comedy Festival. I've done a few, U.S. cities. And the thing is that the U.S. customs makes it really hard for a Canadian. So I have to negotiate $0 contracts for myself, and I have to go over on my own dime, and which I was happy to do, but I had to show customs, hey, here's my contract that says I get no money, and they're like, great, welcome to America. But if I got paid $1, they'd be like, oh, you're taking our jobs, So now I got to get a visa. That's going to cost me, tens of thousands again. So I'm a business first. So for me, this is a business. Yeah. I want to treat this like an entrepreneur would approach any company. I'm a CEO of a one-man publishing, empire. And I want to be careful where I put my cash. And so, getting a visa so that I can quote unquote work in the US doesn't necessarily make sense unless it's a deal like Netflix, Adult Swim, something where I can say, okay, here's something big that makes sense, and I can just engage a bunch of lawyers and make it happen.
Yeah, unless you're going to do like a tour. And I'm not saying like what comics do where they, whatever dates they book. Like if you go to a lot of comics websites, I think I even stopped doing it on mine. Most comics, they just go to their website and put tour dates, and it's whatever they book, they just put it under tour dates, and that's not a tour. It's, a tour is when Kevin Hart goes, all right, I'm going to 70 cities in 30 weeks, or I don't even know how that's possible, but whatever. That's a tour. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, maybe
you can pull that off with Epstein's jet. Absolutely.
That's true. That seems to be, I guess, maybe worth it, but dude, that makes a ton of sense. I feel like you're like right there. And dude, what came first? Was it stand up or was it the books?
Stand up. Stand up came first. I took a stand up comedy class at Second City in 2012, and I had written a business book that had some humor in it, and it became a bestseller in 2012, and before I was a comedian. And I started getting asked to speak at conferences around the world, and I wanted to be a little bit funnier and a little bit better speaker. So I took a Second City stand-up comedy class here in Toronto. And the minute I did my first 5-minute set, Barry, it changed my life. I was just like, I want to do this. This is what I want to do for a living. And I was married at the time. And, I don't tell this story often, but I have a friendly relationship with my ex-wife, so I don't want to paint her in a bad light, but I asked her directly, how would you feel about me becoming a stand-up comic for a living? And she was like, I would not support that at all. And I blew up my life. I was like, okay, and got a divorce, sold my house, made a bunch of changes, sold my businesses. And, it took me a little while, but then I decided to become a stand-up comic.
So your businesses were doing well? They were thriving?
Yeah, I like nice things, Barry. I like to do well. I like to have money. I like 5-star hotels and first class travel. Yeah. So I've always kind of been good at the things that I do, and that's because I choose the things that I think are going to be easy for me. Okay. And it may not be the things for everybody else, but they work for me. And I also am the kind of person where if I see $1 in something, I can see $1 million in that thing. And so when I get the taste of a little tiny bit of success, I go balls deep into it.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes a ton of sense. So comedy came first. You ditched the ex-wife. You go balls deep into comedy. And then the idea for the books comes. And did that come from originally like writing a joke about it? And then you're like, oh, this would be a great children's book. Ha ha ha. Then you're like, you know what? I'll make this a book.
Yeah, you nailed it. So the first book was Why Daddy Hits Mommy, a kid's guide to understanding alcoholism.
It's so goddamn funny though, bro. Because it's just like
it's so crass. I know.
No, it's so funny because it's just like it's not on the nose, but it is. But it's hilarious.
It's not on the nose, but it's on the face. That's for sure.
Oh, watch out! That's so fucking. Go ahead. I'm sorry. So I interrupted.
But, you know, that's where it started. I was doing TikTok and I was making jokes. Some of them were hitting, some of them weren't. I was at like a few thousand followers, not a big account at any stretch. And I made this cover of this book that didn't exist. And I went on TikTok and I said, my name is Brad Gosse and I write books for children, but my publisher keeps rejecting my submissions. Tell me why you think they didn't like this one. And then boom, here's the cover of Why Daddy Hits Mommy. And that video got 1.5 million views and like tripled my follower count in 24 hours. And I read the comments. This is market research now, right? So I'm reading the comments and all the comments are the same. Read the book to us. Why can't we see the book? Where's the book? Show us the pages. And I was like, there are no pages. I didn't write it. It's just a title.
Like, this is just a bit.
And I was like, wait a second. There's more, there's more to the bit, right? And every page is now a tag. So I'm like, okay. So then I sat down and I wrote the book in Dr. Seuss style. When dad comes home, he wants two things, a whiskey drink and spotless sinks, and like, and then I held up the false cover. I printed it out, held it up, and I didn't illustrate the pages. I just read the book, and I was like, "Here's the words to the book," and that video got 1 million+ views. And then they were like, "Why can't we see the pages?" And that's when the light went off. I was like, "Okay, wait a second, I can do this." So the very next iteration was, "Okay, here's the book, and by the way, it's available on Amazon." And it started to sell immediately. Not huge numbers, not Mike Hunt numbers, but it did well enough where it showed me that $1. And then I was like, okay, I can go down this road, and maybe there's at the time, dude, I'm thinking 10, 20 books, and that'll be the end of the bit. And it just kept getting bigger and bigger and better and better, and people wanted stickers and merch, and they wanted all this stuff and autographed copies and all this stuff, and then people were buying the books and reading them to their own followers and tagging me. I'm like, I got something here. And
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. No. Please continue.
Mike Hunt was actually number 117, I think. And so I had been sort of slowly chugging along with these books, and I gained 1 million. I had 1 million followers. I had all this, the books were doing really well. And then Mike Hunt sold, thousands of copies a day right out of the gate, day one. Like the minute it got published, it was like, boom, started selling. Like I read it on TikTok. Women were duetting the book. It just blew up so fast. And what's funny is that, because that book did so well, now all of a sudden they were like, wait a minute, this guy has 100 other books. So all the other books started to sell way better because Mike Hunt was so successful. And in the backs of the books, I have ads for other books because it's like a comic book. So in the back, you get ads for the other books. And sometimes I get bad reviews because they get pissed off at one of the other book ads they don't like or whatever. But it didn't matter. It just blew up all the other book sales. And so, when you're doing something, it's the same with YouTube. It's the same with, doing videos or stand-up comedy or whatever. When something blows up, your back catalog blows up with it. And it's like, oh, this guy was always here. How did we not know about this guy? And so it just, everything took off after that. It was a successful climb to a point, and then everything sort of blew up after that.
That's fantastic, dude. What a great story. Like, and somebody said this in the chat. What's up, McLovin? Good to see you, buddy. Long time no see. McLovin in the chat said that ex-wife bailed on a great situation. What an idiot. Well, I think Brad bailed on her.
Yeah, I did. I did. But to be fair, I don't think she wouldn't have been up for the ride. She was not, she didn't like she didn't like me getting that attention, and, it was a different life. And so I think, we weren't a good fit. So, it wasn't going to work out whether or not I wanted to be a comedian.
Yeah, I get that. You know what I mean? Like, if because my poor wife, bless her heart, when we met, I wasn't a stand-up comic. We started dating in '98. I've only been doing this 11 years. I was working at Fortune 50 companies as a project manager, and now here my stupid ass is working from home like you. You know what I mean? I do this all day and stand-up comedy at night, and she's like, this is not what the fuck I signed up for. You had way more money and were way more respected than this bullshit. So yeah, I get that. You know what I mean? But yeah, so far she's been super supportive. Well, what do you, besides the trying to get these characters and trying to get this stuff on TV or some sort of deal, which I would love to see. I think it would be really, really successful in some way. What are some other goals for you? I mean, obviously a Netflix special we talked about, but is beyond that, is that kind of is that the two major goals for you? Is there anything else?
They would be the biggest goals. I think there's also, room for, I'm considering, I'm building a podcast studio right now in my house. So that's something, where, like, I have some pretty big comics that follow me, like Bert Kreischer follows me, and I have some decent comics that follow me, and so I want to be able to have, when they come to Toronto, have a place for them to come and do a podcast with me. So that's also on the table. Yeah. That's not so much a wish as it is a plan. I think just having a really, like, a much bigger audience on social media, which is an easy climb for me. It's something I'm already doing.
It's crazy to hear you say that, as big as your audience is. And I think that's really telling for somebody like me, and just in general for anybody that's maybe listening or watching this later, or even now, that is chasing that social media climb, because I think no matter where you're at, you're always thinking about that next level. Because I'm sure at some point before you did the first book and it took off, you were like, man, if I could just get to 10,000, or if I could just get to, because that's where I'm at. Like, none of my shit, I think on X, I have like 10,000. But like, bro, on YouTube, all my numbers are trash everywhere else. I have no good numbers anywhere other than Twitter. And so I'm like, well, if I could just get to 10K, I mean, ultimately my goal is like 100K. I think I might be able to tour and just scratch out a living as a comic. And then I think what you realize is, as you get to 10K and 100K, you're like, now I want 300K. Now I want 1 million.
Of course.
Now
you're always moving the bar. Always move the goalposts.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You can never stop and be happy with, and I shouldn't say never, but I do have moments where I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a month off. I'm going to take a break. I just turned 50 last year. So, I'm like, okay, I took a little time off in December and went to the Cayman Islands. And, like I do definitely stop and smell the flowers once in a while, but then I quickly get back to it, because I know that if you're not growing, you're shrinking. And, that's how social media works. Like, if you take a break from YouTube, you come back, you have less followers. Dude. You take a break from any platform, you have less followers. And so, to me, this is a job, and why would I treat it any different than, a single mom who has to work, 2 different jobs to make ends meet? I'm going to spend that same amount of effort or more to chase my dreams. This is what I want to do. Like, I've never been happier, Barry. This is exactly what I want to do. I'm living the dream that I want to be living. I'm doing it exactly on my own terms. You know, I don't do things I don't want to do. And that I don't want that to change. So I want to make sure that I work my ass off, because I can definitely catch myself saying later, you could have done this, you could have worked harder, you could have, you know, and I don't want to have that conversation with myself, because that's depressing.
That's so great, dude. How much time do you think you spend just editing videos, working on videos, making videos? Because that's a big part of all of this, right? Like, because you've got to record them, or you've got to make the books, but all of this is predicated on a social media platform of some sort, whether it's YouTube or X or Instagram, but it's all pretty much, I mean, I guess the books, in a way, you could get those out via Instagram, you know, photos or carousels or whatever. But at the end of the day, even reading them is still a video, right? How much time do you think you spend in a day or a week just editing videos?
It's probably about 30 to 40% of my time that I spend working is on video. I have it streamlined.
Oh, do you?
You know, I have a really, I'm a very, like, I'm a coder, so I know how to, like, script things. I know how to speed up workflows. Mm-hmm. I'm very productive. You know, you come from a project management background. I come from a tech background. Yeah. So I have a really keen understanding of how to do things quickly and how to create templates and processes to make things go exactly the way I want them to go. Yep. You know, I have shortcuts. I have, you know, all the stuff in place, you know?
Oh yeah. Yeah. That sounds so familiar, because I come from an IT background, which is how I ended up in project management. Yeah. And that's the one beautiful thing about it. Yeah, you kind of learn, like, I use DaVinci Resolve now. I started on Premiere, went to Final Cut, but now I'm in DaVinci, and it's like, oh, you can script some of this, you could do some. Oh, cool, okay, yeah. And that's
one of my favorite apps is called Time Bolt. Have you ever heard of it?
Nope, but I'm writing this shit down. I'll tell you what, you get a fellow nerd starts dropping shit, you're writing it down.
It's called Time Bolt, and what I love about Time Bolt is I can put a 3-hour video into Time Bolt, and it will cut out all the silence and jump cut everything for me, and basically do all my edits. Yeah, dude, life changing right here.
I started using Opus Clips.
Opus Clips I use Opus Clip as well.
Yeah,
but I Time Bolt, like
the you know,
I Time Bolt first.
Time Bolt first, and then Opus Clips.
Yeah.
Done.
Because Time Bolt will remove all your silence, and that will cut down on the amount of minutes you spend on Opus Clip, so it'll cut down on your usage minutes. But it also, what happens is I can take a 3-hour video, like you could take this podcast, put it into Opus Clip, mm-hmm. and it will cut out any silences. Not that we've had a lot of silence, but it will cut out any gaps. Mm-hmm. And it also creates a lot of logical edit points. So you can just put it in, like, I can take that XML file that it gives you and put it into Final Cut or DaVinci Resolve. Mm-hmm. And then I can go in, all my edits are kind of there, and I can just go, oh, select this. Oh, there's a clip, copy that, paste it out. And so it's very good at finding the start stop places.
Yeah. That's amazing. Okay. So Time Bolt first.
Yeah.
And then, okay. Yeah, because you're right. That is where I spend a lot of time, is just because I learned early on, you edit the waveform. You don't edit the video. You edit from the waveform, right? And it's just through cutting out gaps. Well, shit. Brad, this made it all worth it. Just that little nugget at the end, buddy. Well, Brad, this was great, dude.
All I had to do was lie to you about a Netflix special, and here we are.
To make this happen in this way. Well, look, show me your TDs just popped up in the chat. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. He goes, loving the, or he said, wow, I'm glad I tuned in. My favorite author is being interviewed. Look at that. Look at that. So appreciate you being here. Show me your TDs. Thanks for going. Jared Taylor, thank you for the gifted sub, man. Much appreciated. Brad, this was great, man. Thank you for popping in and spending some time with me. Best of luck to you on the book tour thing. What is it called again? The
Bukkake.
The Bukkake. That's not what it's called, but
That's what it's called?
No, it was something else you called it.
The compendium.
That.
The title is the title is Bukkake.
Yeah, but I don't want to say that. want to say
Oh,
the
I love saying
compendium. Okay. Brad, how can the people find you one more time?
Just Brad Gosse, Gosse on all the things, or Google it. I got locked down on my name. There's other Brad Gosses. Sorry.
Well, yeah, sucks for them.
Yeah.
Alec, I appreciate you. Everybody's like, this was awesome. Great interview. Interview. Dude, thanks for doing this, man. Lots of
Thank
fun.
you, Barry.
I appreciate you doing the first follow, man. I'm glad that that you followed and I followed back because I really enjoy consuming you and your stuff.
Amazing.
So it's fantastic. And thanks for the tip, dude. This was great. I appreciate you taking the time to spend some time with me on the show, man. Best of luck to
Thanks,
you.
Barry.
All
Have a
right,
good
y'all, that is Brad Gosse. Everybody go check him out and buy a book for the kiddos. Do that as well. All right, and that is another edition of Barry on Deck, and that is the last show of the week, everybody. Poor Marine, I appreciate you, buddy. By the way, Poor Marine, I read your message that you sent me. I did it at the break. Yo! Sir, that is unnecessary. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that 3,000 bits, dude. You're the man. Dude, that message you sent me, hilarious. Also, not shocked at all. Did I just say that? Not surprised at all that would happen. Yeah, dude. McLovin, yeah. Brad's definitely a genius. Now I'm going to be hitting him up in the DMs all the time. Hey, now, what did you say? What do I do on this now? Genius. That's fantastic, man. Go watch some of his videos, man. If you are looking for hilarious shit, dude, Brad's stuff is funny as hell. Super edgy. You know, it's not for the kiddos, but it's fantastic. But had a great time with him. Thank you to Apollo Dez for joining me and talking Astros baseball. Good to have him back in the mix. Dez will be joining me every single Thursday at 3:15 to talk Astros and Major League Baseball. So that's it. Hey, thank you, Alec. I appreciate you, man. Thank you to everybody. Love you, Mark G. Thanks for being here, buddy. Thanks for being a good sport. I will see you guys next week, man. Enjoy the basketball on Friday. Enjoy the playoffs. Go Astros. Get your shit together. I'll see you guys on Monday, man. Do me 3 favors before I see you on Monday. Be safe. Be kind. And most importantly, love each other. See you on Monday. Bye. Are we raiding somebody? By the way, Jared, sorry I missed your raid yesterday, dude. Jen says she gave you your points back. I hope so. Who we raiding? I see in like the people that I follow. Betting News, Big Cheese, Eric Griffin, Iforizic, and Andy Melanakis. That's all I see. Anybody y'all want to raid? Oh, she did get you your shit back? Good, buddy. Garcia versus Haney Saturday. I need to get back into combat sports. I just can't. Hey, what are we doing? Pick who we raid. Jethro Sports. You got it, fam. We're going to raid Jethro Sports here. I'm going to re-kick off the music. Y'all know I can't. Y'all know I can't do it without the music. There we go. Jethro Sports. What's he doing? All right, here we go. I'm kicking off the raid. Let's go. All right, y'all be nice. Your scrap metal, etc. Go trade in your bottled deposits. What? Be ready, folks. For what? For what, Poor Marine? What are we doing? What happened? Oh, bit war next week. I love you, buddy. You're the best. You are so kind. You're the best, man. You be getting everybody riled up. I appreciate you, man. All right, y'all. I love you. Enjoy the raid. Y'all be nice and give them a sub. Bye, everybody. And he's making a YouTube video.